Part 64. Landing 300 years in advance. Author, Chaoji Depang. Chapter 636. Swoosh. Chen Ronghuo turned into a stream of light and flew straight to the direction of the Purple Thunder sect again. He possessed multiple professions and had a strong spiritual energy. He was almost unmatched among his peers. Even though he had just caused a big commotion in the Purple Thunder sect and was being chased by Gongguo, his power consumption was less than half. On the way back, Chen Ronghuo threw a few pills he had made into his mouth. After a short while, all his previous consumption was restored to perfection. The pills Chen Ronghuo took were all made by him, which best matched his physique and could be absorbed by him at the fastest speed. "Haven't you come back yet?" At the same time, Fang Tianji and Ling Su, the only two remaining 7th-level elders in the Purple Thunder sect, looked at the direction where Gongguo was chasing Chen Ronghuo from afar, and frowned slightly. With the strength of Gongguo, an 8th-level cultivator, it was incredible that he had not returned for such a long time to chase Chen Ronghuo, a 6th-level cultivator. However, the two were not worried that Gongguo would be in danger. Gongguo was an 8th-level cultivator. If someone tried to murder him, the war that would happen would probably be heard thousands of miles away. "Elder, elder, elder." Suddenly, the deacon in charge of guarding the Purple Thunder sect's soul hall came running over in a hurry, with a look of panic on his face. "What's going on?" Fang Tianji raised his eyebrows, and his pressure fell, revealing a bit of displeasure. Just in the battle, the Purple Thunder sect had countless casualties, even the 6th-level hall master was almost killed or injured. He was naturally very clear about this. This deacon in charge of guarding the soul hall was so tactless that he had to come and report this at this time. Especially, he acted in a very hesitant manner. "Are you putting on a show for me? I am in this Purple Thunder sect, and I even took action just now. Don't I know what happened in the sect?" The more he thought about it, the angrier Fang Tianji became. Especially when he thought of his incompetence in facing Chen Ronghuo before, he immediately increased his power. Incompetent people are often furious, even Fang Tianji, a 7th-level cultivator, is no exception. "Elder, it's the Grand Elder, the Grand Elder's soul lamp is extinguished," the deacon guarding the soul hall said stutteringly. The deacon guarding the soul hall knew very well what the Grand Elder Gongwu of the Purple Thunder sect meant to the Purple Thunder sect. When he saw that Gongwu's soul lamp was extinguished, he immediately knew that this matter was a big deal, even much bigger than the recent death of more than a dozen hall masters of the Purple Thunder sect, plus the death of a large number of true disciples and 5th-level deacons. Although Gongwu had not appeared in the Purple Thunder sect for many years, he was like the pillar of the Purple Thunder sect. Once he fell, the entire Purple Thunder sect might not exist for much longer. That was why he came here as soon as possible to see what the two remaining elders of his family were planning. "What did you say?" Fang Tianji and Ling Su stood up from their seats at the same time, looking shocked. After looking at each other, they could see the shock in each other's eyes. The soul hall deacon in front of them obviously didn't have the courage to lie in front of them, but if Gongwu's soul lamp really went out silently, then... Suddenly, the two raised their heads at the same time. Swish! Just at this moment, a familiar sword light rushed from a distance, and above the sword light, stood a figure that they all couldn't forget. Su Shang. Fang Tianji and Ling Su called out Chen Ronghuo's pseudonym almost at the same time. "Chen Ronghuo is back. Just like the last time he came not long ago, he looked so high-spirited." But the Supreme Elder Gongguo, who they went to hunt down Chen Ronghuo, disappeared, and coupled with the words of the Soul Hall deacon just now, they stared at Chen Ronghuo. It seems that they want to see what Chen Ronghuo is hiding. Where did the ability come from to kill Gongguo silently? Boom! At the same time, Fang Tianji and Ling Su's mind moved at the same time, and together with the Purple Thunder sect practitioners who had been arranged in advance, they activated the Purple Thunder Sect's protective formation. The thundercloud in the void of the Purple Thunder Sect slowly fell, wrapping up the entire Purple Thunder Sect. Most sects have protective formations. But the protective formation will not be opened all the time. If it is opened all the time, the consumption is too great, and no sect can afford it. So before Chen Ronghuo entered from the main gate, he did not show his super strength at the beginning, and the Purple Thunder Sect did not react at all, and a large number of strong men were killed by Chen Ronghuo. This time, Fang Tianji and others kept their spirits up. When they saw Chen Ronghuo flying from a distance, they immediately activated the protective formation. The Purple Thunder Sect's protective formation is called the 10,000 Thunder Purgatory Formation. This formation can be activated by all the disciples of the Purple Thunder section if Gongwu also participates in it. Even ordinary 8th level peak practitioners will not be able to break it. Although Gongwu was gone, and the Great Elder Du Jiren was gone, the 6th level practitioners of the Purple Thunder sect were almost wiped out, and the 5th level practitioners also suffered heavy casualties, but with Fang Tianji and Ling Su, plus other practitioners of the Purple Thunder sect, the 10,000 Thunder Purgatory Formation was fully activated, and it was still able to resist the attacks of most 7th level practitioners. After opening the 10,000 Thunder Purgatory Formation, Fang Tianji and Ling Su looked towards a place deep in the Purple Thunder sect. The passage will be open soon. As long as we hold on until they arrive, Su Shang will have to stay here this time no matter how strong he is. Formation. In the void, Chen Ronghuo, who came with the sword again, watched Fang Tianji, Ling Su and others activate the sect protecting formation, and couldn't help but raise the corner of his mouth, showing a bit of ridicule. Go to the sword. Suddenly, Chen Ronghuo stretched out his hand and pointed, and the flying sword under his feet turned into a brilliant stream of light. With the force of thunder, it flew towards a place in the 10,000 Thunder Purgatory Formation. Not to mention Chen Ronghuo's understanding of formations, just with the ancient book in hand, he is the nemesis of almost all formation masters in the world. Don't overestimate your capabilities. Seeing Chen Ronghuo controlling the flying sword to attack the 10,000 Thunder Purgatory Formation, Fang Tianji and Ling Su both showed disdain. With their eyesight, they could see that Chen Ronghuo's sword was extremely powerful, even more powerful than those of them who were 7th level experts. But Chen Ronghuo's attempt to break through the formation with this sword was a fool's errand. They believe that with the 10,000 Thunder Purgatory Formation, they can withstand several attacks from an early 8th level cultivator. And attacks like Chen Ronghuo's would not have much impact on their Purple Thunder sect protecting formation even if they were repeated hundreds or thousands of times. Buzz buzz buzz. Suddenly, when Fang Tianji and Ling Su were thinking this, they suddenly discovered that after Chen Ronghui's flying sword fell into the 10,000 Thunder Purgatory Formation, it actually stabbed their sect protector with the tip of the sword. At a special point inside the array. That point is in the void, but extremely secretive. It is the intersection of many spiritual power flow routes of the 10,000 Thunder Purgatory Formation, and it is changing all the time, making it almost impossible for anyone to detect it. And even if you notice it, if you are hit by a normal attack, it will automatically release its power, and it will not have much impact on the formation. But this time, it was obviously different. After Chen Ronghuo's flying sword landed at the place where the spiritual power of the formation met in the void, it buzzed. After the first force was removed by the formation, a second force was released. After one force was removed, a third force was released. Then the fourth share, the fifth share. In a short period of time, the flying sword shot by Chen Ronghuo vibrated continuously at the intersection of spiritual powers in the 10,000 Thunder Purgatory Formation, causing the power gathered by the formation to decrease step by step. Not good. In the formation, Fang Tianji and Ling Su, who were controlling the formation, sensed the changes in the formation, and their expressions suddenly changed. They looked through the formation at Chen Ronghuo outside the formation. But at this moment, Chen Ronghuo also raised his head and looked towards them. At the same time, he raised one hand and waved suddenly. Swish, brush, brush. In an instant, as Chen Ronghuo waved his hand, countless rays of sword light suddenly burst out from Chen Ronghuo's flying sword. The sword rays were like clouds breaking through the sunrise, and in a short while, the 10,000 Thunder Purgatory formation was completely destroyed. At the same time, when these sword lights exploded, they impacted everywhere under Chen Ronghuo's deliberate control. In a moment, all the teleportation arrays in the Purple Thunder sect were destroyed by the sword light under Chen Ronghuo's control. Brush. As the formation was broken, Chen Ronghuo's figure flashed and arrived in front of Fang Tianji and Ling Su. With the two of them, they were almost within arm's reach. You. The two people looked at Chen Ronghuo, and their expressions changed drastically. At this time, it was obvious that they would no longer regard Chen Ronghuo as an ordinary 6th-level cultivator. Everything Chen Ronghuo showed during this period was enough to threaten their lives. Destroy it? When Chen Ronghuo broke through the formation and flew towards him, he had already grabbed the Chaos Flying Sword in his hand and transformed it into the size of an ordinary sword. He was holding the sword, and his chi became very sharp, like a peerless swordsman, who had fully demonstrated the abilities of a sword-wielding sorcerer. The method of the sword master is mainly for the practitioner to control the flying sword to attack and kill the enemy from a distance. But it is not impossible for practitioners to hold swords and fight in close quarters. For Chen Ronghuo, who has many professions, especially the profession of divine warrior, fighting in close quarters with a sword is also the norm. Brush. Chen Rong raised his hand without any nonsense, and the sharp sword light immediately rose into the sky, tracing a shining arc trajectory in the void from bottom to top. Fang Tianji quickly leaned back, and at the same time grabbed a shield and blocked it in front of him. Bolts of lightning emerged from Fang Tianji's body and blessed the shield, turning the shield into a purple-black demon dragon's head. The demon dragon roared and slammed into Chen Ronghuo, colliding with the sword light struck by Chen Ronghuo. Yin. Like a sword grazing rapidly on a whetstone, a loud sword cry sounded in the void, and then Fang Tian and the demon dragon's head made of purple-black thunder and lightning in front of him were cut in half by Chen Ronghuo's sword. Then the sword in Chen Ronghuo's hand continued to move forward and fell hard on Fang Tianji's chest. Fang Tianji's face was fierce, and his strength exploded, surging out in layers. However, Chen Ronghuo's sharp sword light broke through all the power in an instant, and then left a huge wound on Fang Tianji's body that almost split him in half. After this sword strike, Chen Ronghuo stepped forward, looked at Fang Tianji who flew backwards, and then struck out with another sword strike. No! Fang Tianji screamed in fear, and with his severely injured body, he burst out all his potential, attracted the thunder in the sky, combined with his palm, and formed a thunder hand like at the beginning, grabbing Chen Ronghuo fiercely. Swish! But as Chen Ronghuo's sword fell, the thunder hand he grabbed was immediately broken, and then his whole body was split in half by the remaining sword light of Chen Ronghuo. After killing Fang Tianji with two swords, Chen Ronghuo half-turned his body and looked at Ling Su in the distance. When he killed Fang Tianji in time, Ling Su did not stop him, but turned his body and fled directly to the depths of the Purple Thunder sect. It seemed that he was frightened by Chen Ronghuo and did not dare to face Chen Ronghuo even for a second. But seeing that Ling Su did not flee to the outside of the Purple Thunder sect, but fled to the depths of the Purple Thunder sect, Chen Ronghuo curled his lips and showed a bit of joy. All the formations in the Purple Thunder sect had been completely destroyed by his sword light. In this case, Ling Su did not flee outside the Purple Thunder sect, but fled to the depths of the Purple Thunder section. Obviously, there was some kind of passage deep in the Purple Thunder sect that could allow her to escape. Thinking of what Huang Taizheng had said to him before, that most of the Purple Thunder sect had passages between the two realms through the demon-sealed land, Chen Ronghuo was even more certain. Swish, swish, swish. While thinking about this, Chen Ronghuo's mind moved, and sword lights, under his control, shot in all directions, shooting at the disciples of the Purple Thunder sect. At this time, almost all the strong men in the Purple Thunder sect had been exterminated by Chen Ronghuo, so under his sword light, no disciple could survive. Chen Ronghuo was not a bloodthirsty person. The disciples of the Purple Thunder sect he killed this time were all those who had committed great evils in the Purple Thunder sect, who were deduced by him using ancient books. As for those who had never committed great evils, he did not make a move. Finally, I've reached the 7th level. In the midst of the killing, Chen Ronghuo slowly raised his head, closed his eyes slightly, and felt the rapid growth of his body's strength. After slaughtering a large number of strong men and disciples of the Purple Thunder sect, his cultivation finally broke through from the edge of the 7th level to the 7th level in one fell swoop. The 7th level and the 6th level are two completely different concepts. For example, if Chen Ronghuo now faces Gonghuo, it is hard to say who will escape and who will run away in the end. Feeling the great increase in cultivation, after sensing that he had killed all the people who had done great evil in the Purple Thunder sect, Chen Ronghuo's mind moved, and he chased after Ling Su who had fled into the depths of the Purple Thunder sect. After breaking through to the 7th level, Chen Ronghuo's speed increased again. Under the full force burst, his whole person was almost like a human-shaped lightning, and he caught up with Ling Su in the blink of an eye. Where are you going? Landing 300 years in advance. Author, Xiaoji Depeng. Chapter 637. Ling Su turned her head. She was wearing a red dress and had a rather delicate face. She should have been extremely beautiful, but now she looked a little sad. A 7th level cultivator was no longer a small figure in the cultivation world. Especially in the Purple Thunder sect, she was only below a few people and above countless people, enjoying supreme power. But at this moment, she turned her head and looked at Chen Ronghuo, but she was like a princess whose capital was breached, desolate and helpless. Charm technique. Chen Ronghuo raised his head, with a bit of sneer, and suddenly raised the sword in his hand. With a hissing sound, the distant sword sound resounded through the void, as if a bright white lightning burst out from Chen Ronghuo's hand and slashed on a dark purple lightning like a spear. Die! A cold murderous intent emerged from Ling Su, and her expression suddenly turned ferocious. Her eyes even showed a hint of scarlet purple. She roared and held a dark purple lightning spear in her hand, stabbing at Chen Ronghuo fiercely. However, Ling Su first misled Chen Ronghuo with the charm technique, and then used the ultimate killing technique to kill Chen Ronghuo's lightning spear. When it touched Chen Ronghuo's sword, it was like a clay figure that had just been molded. It was cut open by Chen Ronghuo's sword without any effort. Ling Su's face changed in shock, and she felt that Chen Ronghuo's sword was so sharp that it could cut through the void. In addition, the sword in Chen Ronghuo's hand made him feel that even if a god was standing in front of Chen Ronghuo seemed to dare to cut it with a sword. She couldn't help but feel fear, her clothes fluttered, and she retreated quickly. Chen Ronghuo continued to move forward with the sword in his hand, his eyes shining, as sharp as a sword. When he arrived in front of Ling Su, he slashed out with another sword. As the bright sword light slashed out, it was as if the void was white, and the sky and the earth were shining, illuminating all directions. At the same time, countless mysteries were derived from Chen Ronghuo's sword. Those mysteries gave people a feeling that as long as they comprehended, they could become gods. Seeing this sword light, Ling Su's eyes were attracted involuntarily, as if he wanted to go deep into it and explore the mysteries it contained. And just when Ling Su's mind was immersed in the sword light, Chen Ronghuo's sword had broken through all obstacles, cut through Ling Su's clothes, and touched Ling Su's skin. Swish! At this moment, Chen Ronghuo suddenly retracted the sword in his hand. But as Chen Ronghuo retracted the sword, Ling Su fell from the sky with confused eyes. There was no blood, but Ling Su had already died. Chen Ronghuo's sword just now could split mountains and seas, but it was also a sword of the soul, which could directly kill the enemy's soul. When Ling Su was attracted by the mystery in his sword light, she had already been tricked. The mystery in the sword light began to grind her soul gradually until her soul completely disappeared. Of course, if Ling Su had enough comprehension and a strong soul, she could comprehend Chen Ronghuo's sword in a short time, which would be another story. It is even possible that she could increase her strength by this. However, except for those who have much higher cultivation than Chen Ronghuo, almost no one at the same level can comprehend the various mysteries contained in Chen Ronghuo's sword just now. With the death of Ling Su, the Purple Thunder sect, which had been established for tens of thousands of years, was completely over. Bang! Ling Su's body fell to the ground. Chen Ronghuo looked down and saw that in front of the place where Ling Su fell, black fog was everywhere and a flash of lightning was faintly visible. Chen Ronghuo sent out his soul power and found that this was actually a small secret realm. But this was normal. With the strength of the Purple Thunder sect, it was enough to occupy a secret realm as the foundation of the sect. He took a step forward and approached the secret realm filled with black fog. He raised the sword in his hand forward. Then, before the sword approached, the black fog automatically retreated under the sharp aura of the Chaos Armor sword and made a path, as if it had a certain intelligence. Whoosh! Then Chen Ronghuo's figure flashed and entered the secret realm. At the same time, no one noticed that when Chen Ronghuo walked into the secret realm, a shallow ripple appeared in the space, and then an old figure followed Chen Ronghuo's footsteps and stepped into the secret realm. This old figure was Huangtai's Hung. With his 10th level cultivation, he was hiding beside Chen Ronghuo, and Fang Tianji and others did not notice it at all. Kill! As soon as Chen Ronghuo stepped into this small secret realm, he saw more than a dozen demons with wings on their ribs, thin bodies, purple and black bodies, and thunder faces, coming towards him with determination. They obviously knew about Chen Ronghuo's invasion of the Purple Thunder sect a long time ago, but they knew that their strength was insufficient and they were worried about being exposed, so they did not go out to fight Chen Ronghuo. But at this time, Chen Ronghuo had already arrived in the secret realm. If they did not resist, they would be bullied. Purple Thunder Demon Clan. Seeing these thunder faces, Chen Ronghuo's mind moved, and the sword in his hand was raised. In an instant, a snow-white sword light bloomed in the secret realm, as if the light penetrated from the indescribable gap when the world was first opened. Don't overestimate your own abilities. Pudong Fudong Fudong. After the sword light passed, the dozen figures suddenly fell to the ground one after another like puppets cut by a sharp weapon, without a trace of movement. The dozen or so Purple Thunder demons who came to kill Chen Ronghuo had powerful cultivation levels that had reached level 6, while the weaker ones were at level 5. However, facing Chen Ronghuo, they could not even take off a single sword strike from him. After breaking through to the 7th level, Chen Ronghuo's cultivation has undergone earth-shaking changes. It's better to come early than to come by chance. It looks like this is the place. After killing these Purple Thunder demons, Chen Ronghuo raised his head and looked towards a dark spot deep in the secret realm. That point is filled with strong spatial power, and is slowly rotating, and is slowly expanding as it rotates. The space channel connecting the gods and the earth to the devil world, this channel is opened every 3 years, and the opening time is 10 seconds each time. Looking at the rotating black spot in the distance, a message emerged from the ancient book. It only opened once in 3 years. Chen Ronghuo felt that he was really lucky. If he had arrived later, this space channel might have been closed. Taking a deep breath, Chen Ronghuo and Huangtai's Hung immediately walked toward the space passage. The demon realm is the place where demons were sealed in the past. As for the divine land, it is another name for the continent of the gods. If Chen Ronghuo wants to enter the demon world from God and earth, he must go through the space channel. But after he enters once, the special artifact White Jade Shuttle Ruler in his body will mark the coordinates of the demon sealing place. From now on, it will be extremely easy for him to travel between God and the demon realm. In addition, as he broke through to the 7th level this time, his use of the White Jade Shuttle Ruler also changed. From today on, he can not only use the shuttle technique of the White Jade Shuttle Ruler twice a day, but he can also bring other people to use the shuttle technique together. So facing this space channel that could only be opened once every 3 years, Chen Ronghuo's eyes were calm and he didn't care in his heart. Gradually, under Chen Ronghuo's gaze, the point in the void gradually expanded to a diameter of 2 meters. The rich and chaotic space power inside gradually stabilized. That's it? Suddenly, Chen Ronghuo's mind moved, and together with Huang Tai's Hung, they walked into the newly formed void passage. This kind of void passage is formed at a fixed time by the intersection of two realms. It can only be passed through after the interior is stable. The power of the void blew through Chen Ronghuo's body like a breeze. Chen Ronghuo waved his hand and waved away the power of the void, speeding up and rushing to the other end of the deep void passage. Suddenly, when Chen Ronghuo and Huang Tai's Hung were traveling nearly halfway through the void passage, Huang Tai's Hung raised his brows and looked forward. Immediately afterwards, Chen Ronghuo also sensed abnormal fluctuations and raised his head as well. A group of more than a dozen purple thunder demons appeared in front of Chen Ronghuo's gaze. The auras of these dozen purple thunder demons were much more powerful than those of the purple thunder demons he had killed before. One of them, in terms of induction, was much stronger than the dead Gonghuo, and there were 3 other purple thunder demons who had reached the 7th level. The remaining purple thunder demons are all at the 5th or 6th level, but none of them are below the 5th level. A question. What should you do if you encounter a demon on the road? Of course, kill. While the dozen or so purple thunder demons on the opposite side were still surprised, Chen Ronghuo had already reacted, raised his hand and fired the chaos flying sword in his hand. Yin. The sound of the sword was heard, and in an instant the flying sword crossed hundreds of meters in the void passage. When it arrived in front of the group of people, it flashed continuously at an extremely fast speed, just like chopping melons and vegetables. In a short period of time, those people were cut into pieces. A group of demon cultivators below the 7th level were all slaughtered. Court death. All the purple thunder demons were furious. Especially the 8th level purple thunder demon, whose wings with purple lines shook. The rolling thunder and lightning rushed towards Chen Ronghuo like a mighty thunder and lightning river. This space passage, viewed from the outside, is only 2 meters in diameter. But the internal diameter is hundreds of meters. Seeing the mighty thunder and lightning impacting like a long river, Huang Tai's Hung beside Chen Ronghuo pressed his palm, causing all the rolling thunder and lightning to freeze in the void. The face of the purple thunder demon who controlled the thunder and lightning changed with shock. He looked at Huang Tai's Hung in disbelief, with a slight sense of panic in his heart. He is a late 8th level cultivator. He can block his blow with such ease, even ordinary 9th level cultivators cannot do it. Click, click, click. Suddenly, Huang Tishan's palm clenched in the void, and the long river of thunder and lightning that stretched hundreds of meters collapsed every inch of Huang Tishan's clenching. Even when the thunder and lightning river collapsed to the end, the purple thunder demon who made the attack had his eyes widened, and his body was cracked every inch. It actually shattered along with the thunder and lightning river. After another breath, this late 8th level purple thunder demon turned into nothingness under Huang Tishan's blow. The remaining 3 7th level purple thunder demons looked at Huang Tai's Hung and Chen Ronghao with extremely frightened expressions. Even their leader was crushed into nothingness by Huang Tishan's blow. When facing Huang Tai's Hung and Chen Ronghao, didn't they have no chance of winning? Escape. In an instant, the 3 purple thunder demons looked at each other, turned around and ran away without hesitation. Brush. and just when the three of them turned around and ran away, Chen Ronghuo was already chasing after them like a stream of light at an even faster speed. If this space channel had not existed for a limited time, he would not have needed Huang Taizhong to take action, and he could have fought against the 8th level Purple Thunder Demon by himself. He could even kill him and turn it into his own experience points. Facing the 3 Purple Thunder Demons fleeing frantically, Chen Ronghuo turned his wrist, and the Chaos Flying Sword he had just taken back shot out again, as if it had crossed the distance of space and time, and was behind a Purple Thunder Demon in the blink of an eye. The Purple Thunder Demon sensed the danger, and his 2 featherless flesh wings fluttered rapidly, raising rolling thunder and resisting the flying sword. However, Chen Ronghuo's Chaos Flying Sword carried endless sharpness, splitting all obstacles, and was not something that those thunders could stop. While this Purple Thunder Demon was trying his best to resist Chen Ronghuo's Chaos Flying Sword, the other 2 7th level Purple Thunder Demons had already used their explosive potential secrets together, increasing their speed by a lot, trying to quickly escape back to their own clan. Although their clan leader and high priest were summoned by the 10 royal families not long ago, there are still dozens of 9th level strongmen in their clan at this time. They believe that as long as they can escape back to the clan, the 2 humans in front of them will definitely not be able to do anything to them. Want to escape? Chen Ronghuo raised his head slightly, stretched out a hand, full of the beauty of distortion and power, and burned black and red flames at the same time, shuttled through space, and grabbed the 2 people in front. Looking carefully, in the palm of his hand, there is a demonic eyeball, slowly turning. This is a combination of the 3 secret arts of the Magic Soul secret art, the Magic Flame secret art, and the Magic Power secret art. It is a super secret art that Chen Ronghuo created before he started practicing again. No. Feeling the extremely terrifying pressure behind them, the 2 Purple Thunder Demons were horrified and hurriedly joined forces to perform the secret art, smashing purple and black thunder balls backwards. In a flash, thousands of thunder balls were formed, densely covering the entire space, and impacting the big hand that Chen Ronghuo stretched out. Just after launching this attack, their minds were all attracted by the eyeball in Chen Ronghuo's hand, and they couldn't help but indulge in it. Their bodies could only rush forward under the action of inertia. Boom! Chen Ronghuo clenched his big hand, and with a loud bang, thousands of purple-black thunder balls rushing towards his big hand were crushed into nothingness by him. At the same time, the 2 7th level Purple Thunder Demons who were fleeing frantically were also stagnated in the void by the terrifying power carried by his big hand. Then, like those thunder balls, they all turned into nothingness. Yin. At this time, the Chaos Flying Sword controlled by Chen Ronghuo also flashed rapidly, breaking through layers of thunder, and reached the back of the last Purple Thunder Demon, splitting it in half. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Landing 300 years in advance. Author, Xiaoji Depeng. Chapter 638. Let's go. After killing 3 members of the Purple Thunder Demon clan in a flash, Chen Ronghuo spoke lightly, and then he and Huang Taizhong sped up and flew to the other end of the space channel. Chen Ronghuo guessed that even if the other end of the space channel was not the Purple Thunder Demon clan's lair, it must be an important base of the Purple Thunder Demon clan. After arriving there, there would probably be another big battle. However, Chen Ronghuo only had expectations in his heart, not fear. Demon Realm. Above a giant mountain, endless thunder clouds were connected together, covering the entire void. In this thunder cloud, from time to time, you can see Purple Thunder Demon clan flying in it. The Purple Thunder Demon clan's lair is not located on the earth. All of their race live in the depths of endless thunder clouds. At the top of the giant mountain, where endless thunder clouds converge, a space channel with a diameter of 2 meters emerges. Several Purple Thunder Demon clan members with a strong breath stood in front of this space channel with expectations in their eyes. A Purple Thunder Demon said, "If the plan of the 10 royal families succeeds this time, this space channel will be completely fixed, and we can use it to attack the God's land." Another Purple Thunder Demon also said, "This time, the 10 royal families have gathered the power of all clans and acted together. It is different from the past. I believe it will succeed." 80,000 years have passed, and the demons who followed the Lord of the Black Demon to invade the world of the gods have undergone earth-shaking changes. Although the Black Demon Palace already exists, the real power in charge of the demons has become the 10 royal families of the demons. "Commanders, Lord Mu hopes to go to him." At this time, a young demon suddenly came to report. "Humph. What does he want?" The leader of several Purple Thunder Demons immediately showed displeasure and snorted coldly. The Lord Mu mentioned by the young demons is a seriously injured cultivator captured by their leader tens of thousands of years ago. That cultivator cultivated the law of wood and was very powerful, but because of his serious injury, their leader used a secret technique to forcibly transform him into a postnatal Purple Thunder Demon. He used various means, combined with the treasures of their Purple Thunder Demon clan, to seal part of the cultivator's cultivation. After that, they arranged for the cultivator surnamed Mu to help them take care of the medicine garden. Although the cultivator surnamed Mu was very good at cultivating spiritual medicines, which made them grow a lot in strength over the years, he had many requirements and often made various excessive demands, which made the innate Purple Thunder Demons very unhappy. "Let's go. Since he has something to do, let's go and take a look," a Purple Thunder Demon persuaded. Although the cultivator surnamed Mu had many requirements, his methods were indeed extraordinary. The speed of cultivating spiritual medicines was far beyond that of ordinary cultivators, which could not be ignored. "Humph." The Purple Thunder Demon leader snorted again, but he still turned around and prepared to go to that person to take a look. "Damn it." At the same time, in the Purple Thunder Demon clan's medicine garden, an old man with purple black lines on his skin, who looked like a human, was practicing his skills. Looking at the more and more purple black lines on his body, his face was gloomy. This time, the Purple Thunder Demon clan's leader and high priest are all out. "If I can't break the restrictions of my body and escape from here at this time, I'm afraid I won't have another chance in the future," he murmured to himself and put away the skills. As he put away the skills, his originally somewhat ferocious appearance suddenly returned to normal. However, if Chen Ronghuo and Huang Taizheng were here at this time, they would recognize that the person in front of them was the Mu Dao Ren whom he had rescued in the Tiangu territory. Mu Dao Ren was transformed into the Tiangu Demon clan when he was in the Tiangu territory. After being rescued by him, he used the power of his left hand to remove the demon attributes in his body. Later, Chen Ronghuo even let Mu Dao Ren and others practice under the Origin Mother Tree. After that training, Mu Dao Ren's cultivation level broke through from the 8th level to the 11th level, which was stronger than Huang Taizheng. I just don't know what he went through and why he ended up like this. No. Suddenly, when several Purple Thunder Demons were about to leave here and go to Mu Dao Ren to see what he had done, their faces suddenly changed, turned their heads, and stared at the void channel behind them. Just now, they all sensed that this void channel, which should have been stable, suddenly became extremely chaotic as if it had experienced a war. And the space channel, which could originally last for about 10 seconds, began to accelerate the speed of collapse and closed quickly at a speed visible to the naked eye. What happened? Several people were full of doubts. But they didn't dare to go deep into the space channel at this time. They could only pray that their fellows who had just entered the space channel would be fine. Buzz. Suddenly, the space channel stagnated slightly, as if a strange force was transmitted, stabilizing the space channel that was about to close. Sensing this strange and powerful force, several Purple Thunder Demons secretly became alert and stared at the front. Swish. At this moment, as the space channel trembled, two figures walked out of it one after another. Humans. Seeing the two figures walking out of the space channel, several purple thunder demons' pupils shrank, and strands of lightning emerged from their bodies. At the same time, they all moved together, surrounded Chen Ronghuo and Huangtai's Hung, and asked, "Who are you? How are our people doing?" Boom. Huangtai's Hung did not answer the words of the Purple Thunder Demon clan, but the power of his soul surged, overwhelmingly covering the sky and covering the distance, covering the entire Purple Thunder Demon clan's lair. After a moment, he turned to Chen Ronghuo and said, "Lord, there are 13 9th-level Purple Thunder Demons nearby, but there should be no strong ones above the 10th level." Chen Ronghuo's eyes brightened. "Take action, you will deal with the 9th-level Purple Thunder Demon tribe, and leave the rest to me." The Purple Thunder Demon clan is not a large demon clan, but the Purple Thunder Demon clan has good talents. Not long after they were born, they already possess 3rd-level strength. After adulthood, they can all reach at least the 4th level, and most can reach the 5th level or above. If Chen Ronghuo could kill all their 8th level and lower level demons, he would be able to at least level up a few levels this time. Yes. Huangtai's Hung nodded slightly, then with a thought in his mind, he raised his arm, condensed his fist seal, and punched the demons in front of him. There were 4 Purple Thunder Demons surrounding Chen Ronghuo, all of whom were 9th-level Purple Thunder Demons. There are more than a dozen strong men above the 9th level in this Purple Thunder Demon clan. If they swarm up, even if Huangtai's Hung is a 10th-level cultivator, they will pose a certain threat to him. But if he can kill a few 9th-level Purple Thunder Demons first, that's another matter. Be bold. Court death. Seeing Huangtai's Hung attacking them without saying a word, several 9th-level leaders who were domineering among the Purple Thunder Demon clan were all furious. They all took action together, controlling the thunder and lightning in the sky to rush towards Huangtai's Hung and Chen Ronghuo. Boom. However, after a loud noise, Huang Tishan's condensed fist seal was like the fist of the gods. He blasted through all obstacles with one punch, annihilating all the thunder and lightning in the sky caused by several Purple Thunder Demons, and swept through them like a devastation. Past. Not good. It's a 10th-level powerhouse. The pupils of several 9th-level Purple Thunder Demons all shrank, feeling the terrifying pressure. Above the 9th level, you can choose 2 paths. One is the path to becoming a god. You need to first ascend to the realm of demigods, then ignite the divine fire and break through to become a god. But this road has not been traveled since the drastic changes 80,000 years ago. Another way is to break through from the 9th level to the 10th level in one fell swoop. A 10th level powerhouse is more powerful than a demigod level powerhouse, even approaching the level of a god. 89 peak 9th level powerhouses working together may not be the opponent of a 10th level powerhouse. Not to mention that although there are more than a dozen 9th level cultivators in the Purple Thunder Demon clan at this time, there are only 3 peak 9th level cultivators. Boom 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 boom. While several Purple Thunder Demons were horrified, Huang Tishan's fist mark was like a brilliant meteor, streaking across the sky, piercing through layers of nebulae, and striking hard at their respective defenses. Puff puff puff. Several Purple Thunder Demons all vomited blood and flew back. With just one blow, they were all severely damaged. This is. In the medicine garden of the Purple Thunder Demon clan, Mu Taoist sensed a powerful soul force that swept through the entire lair of the Purple Thunder Demon clan. He suddenly stood up from his seat, his eyes flashing. With a strong look of surprise. Huangtai's Hung. Mu Daoran clenched his fists. He had practiced together with Huangtai's Hung under the Origin Mother Tree, and had learned from each other many times, and he understood Huang Tishan's aura very well. As soon as his mind moved, Huangtai's Hung strode out of the medicine garden. At this time, he once again sensed Huang Tishan's explosive breath and the huge shaking sound coming from the distance. It's him. That's him. The Mutaoist roared and soared into the sky. Die! After Huang Tai's Hung punched out, he punched again, and then another punch. One after another, fist seals drew strange arcs in the void, and with incredible power, they struck several purple thunder demons with fists. Several purple thunder demons were vomiting blood. Facing the godlike Huang Tai's Hung, they could not resist at all. They called for help and retreated quickly. Stop! The brave human race dares to trespass on our purple thunder demon race. In the distance, there were shouts and shouts. When the other 9th level experts in the purple thunder demon clan heard the movement, they rushed out of their respective residences and went straight to Huang Tai's Hung to kill him. But when Huang Tai's Hung saw these people, his hand movements became even faster. He punched out with murderous intent, fierce and swift, making people feel uncomfortable and unstoppable from the heart to the body. Bang! Finally, a purple thunder demon at the early stage of the 9th level, after enduring 7 or 8 punches from Huang Tai's Hung, all his strength was shaken away and he could no longer resist. Huang Tishan's punch was like a god's punch, which exploded the demonic body and spilled blood into the sky. One purple thunder demon clan died, and the other purple thunder demon clan who were shrouded under Huang Tishan's fist seal suddenly felt even more pressured. Boom boom boom. After 3 more punches, another purple thunder demon followed in the footsteps of the previous purple thunder demon. Amid the miserable howl, his entire body exploded into blood all over the sky. Stop it! At this time, a purple thunder demon finally came over from a distance. He shouted loudly, holding a long sword with flashing lightning in his hand. With one slash, lightning surged, like a long river, and came towards Huang Tai's Hung to suppress him. Boom! But facing this slash, Huang Tai's Hung didn't pay any attention to it. He punched the purple thunder demons who were fleeing in panic under his fist light again. Boom boom boom. The fist light broke through the air, brilliant and dazzling. The other purple thunder demons who were under great pressure could no longer resist. They screamed one by one, and their demon bodies were broken and they died. In a short period of time, there were 13 9th level strongmen of the purple thunder demon, and 4 of them died in the hands of Huang Tai's Hung. Although the strongest of the purple thunder demons who died at Huang Tishan's hands was only in the late 9th order, Huang Tai's Hung, who was killing people one after another, was no longer afraid of the purple thunder demons who surrounded him from afar. He released his aura without reservation, like a god or a demon. Damn it! The purple thunder demon leader Wu Jin, who was galloping from afar, looked ferocious when he saw this scene, but he knew that in the absence of the leader and the high priest of their tribe, even if they rushed forward, they would not be Huang Tishan's opponent. As his mind turned, he quickly turned his head and said to a subordinate, "Go to the medicine garden quickly and ask Lord Mu to come over. Tell him that our tribe is in crisis and ask him to come to support. After this crisis is resolved, I can give him 3 months of antidote." Yes. After receiving the order, the subordinate immediately turned around and flew straight to the purple thunder demon's medicine garden. Everyone retreat to the tribe. Then Wu Jin shouted loudly. He summoned the clan members who rushed out to support him and flew into the rolling thunder clouds in the sky. Boom! After flying into the thunder clouds, Wu Jin moved his mind and directly activated the formation of the Purple Thunder Demon Clan. The formation of the Purple Thunder Demon Clan is also the 10,000 Thunder Purgatory formation. However, this formation is controlled by the remaining 9 9th level masters and the power of the entire clan. Not to mention half of the 10th level masters. Even if a low-level god appears, don't think about breaking it in a short time. Seeing the Purple Thunder Demon Clan's clan-suppressing formation open, Huang Tai's Hung flashed and landed beside Chen Ronghuo. His expression became a little solemn. He sent a voice message to Chen Ronghuo, "Lord, I'm afraid this formation cannot be broken in a short time." Chen Ronghuo didn't say anything, but his eyes flashed with brilliance, looking at the 10,000 Thunder Purgatory formation in front of him. Unlike the 10,000 Thunder Purgatory formation in the Purple Thunder sect, this formation is not only more complete, but also the strong man who activates it is not something Chen Ronghuo can deal with now. Even if he knows the flaws of the formation and takes action himself, he cannot have any impact on the formation. However, just when Chen Ronghuo was thinking about whether Huang Taizhong could break the formation according to his instructions, he suddenly felt something in his heart, raised his head, and looked inside the 10,000 Thunder Purgatory formation above. At the same time, Huang Taizhong also raised his head, with a bit of doubt in his eyes. It seemed that something unexpected happened inside the formation. Landing 300 years in advance. Author, Xiaoji Depeng. Chapter 639. Boom. Taoist Mu descended in front of the Purple Thunder Demon clan with overwhelming momentum. Master Mu, you are here. These two broke into my Purple Thunder Demon clan and killed our two leaders. Please help, Taoist Mu. When the leader and the high priest return, I can ask the leader to give Master Mu 3 months of antidote at once. The leaders of the Purple Thunder Demon clan all brightened up when they saw Taoist Mu coming. Although they had already set up a formation and were confident that most of the 10th level strongmen would find it difficult to break through their clan formation, Huang Taizhong had killed 4 of their leaders in a short time before, which frightened them and worried about accidents. However, if Taoist Mu took action, it would be different. Mu Daoren originally had the 11th order cultivation. Although he was severely injured and his leader sealed part of his strength with the clan treasure, and poisoned his body, requiring him to take an antidote once a month, Mu Daoren can still exert the strength of a 10th order strongman. He is as powerful as the leader and high priest of their Purple Thunder Demon clan. In this case, as long as Mu Daoren takes action, their crisis this time can be easily resolved. Boom. Mu Daoren did not answer the crowd. After he landed, he immediately released his majestic soul power and enveloped the outside of the formation. Lord, when he used his soul power to see Huang Taizhong and Chen Ronghuo outside the formation, his body trembled suddenly, his eyes turned red, and he almost shed tears. How many years? Under the emotional excitement, Mu Daoren's aura became extremely violent, like a vast ocean, with waves rising and slapping in all directions. In an instant, the 10,000 Thunder Purgatory formation of the Purple Thunder Demon clan trembled slightly, as if it could not withstand his might. The 10,000 Thunder Purgatory formation can resist external enemies and is also good at trapping enemies. But the core of the 10,000 Thunder Purgatory must be controlled by a cultivator. This area is also the weakest. Not to mention Mu Daoren, even an 8th level cultivator can destroy the formation when he comes here. Seeing this scene, all the demons around Mu Daoren changed their faces and unconsciously separated from him. Master Mu, what are you doing? Master Mu, please don't get excited. If there is anything, let's discuss it properly. Discuss. At this moment, Mu Daoren suddenly turned his head. I'll discuss you, damn it. Boom. As soon as he thought about it, he raised his hands and suddenly condensed a huge sacred tree thousands of feet long in front of him. The sacred tree had clear lines and was almost real. As Mu Daoren raised his hands, it rumbled and crashed directly into the core of the 10,000 Thunder Purgatory formation. No. Stop. Mu, don't you want to live? You dare to destroy the clan formation of my Purple Thunder Demon clan. When the clan leader comes back, you will definitely die. All the demons shouted angrily. Some people reacted quickly and even tried to intercept him. However, even with all kinds of restrictions, Mu Daoren could still exert the strength comparable to that of a 10th level strongman. How could they intercept him? With a loud bang, the huge sacred tree he threw out was like a giant tree that supported the sky and collapsed, smashing the core of the 10,000 Thunder Purgatory formation, causing the lightning to tremble and the electric light to burst, creating chaos. Layers of thunder clouds vibrated in the void. Then it changed from solid to illusory, revealing the scene of countless purple thunder demons gathering inside, until finally, it completely collapsed. This breath is. Outside the 10,000 Thunder Purgatory formation, Huang Taizhong sensed the breath emitted by Mudeo Ren, and his body suddenly shook. Although Mudeo Ren has now transformed into an acquired purple thunder demon, Huang Taizhong can still sense a familiar breath on Mudeo Ren. On the side, Chen Ronghuo also smiled and said, "It's him. It seems that we are lucky to enter the demon world this time." At this time, he could faintly sense the origin mother tree sealed in the ancient book through the ancient book, and it was slightly vibrating. Huang Taizhong and Mudeo Ren had both practiced under the origin mother tree. He even left his own life mark in the origin mother tree. At this time, it was obviously because Mudeo Ren was doing his best, and he was too close to Chen Ronghuo, so the origin mother tree had a sense. It's just a pity that if the origin mother tree had not been sealed in the ancient book, Chen Ronghuo could have communicated with all his subordinates who had practiced under the origin mother tree through the origin mother tree. With a change of mind, Chen Ronghuo said to Huang Taizhong, "You should also do it, his breath doesn't look good." "Okay." Huang Taizhong nodded excitedly, and then he moved his body and turned into a divine light, rushing to the middle of the thunder flying all over the sky. At this time, the 10,000 Thunder Purgatory formation had been broken by Mudeo Ren, and the flying thunder light was just the residual lightning that spilled out after the formation was broken. "Mu, you deserve to die. Humans are really ungrateful wolves that can't be tamed. Kill them all." When Huang Taizhong rushed to Mudeo Ren, a group of purple thunder demons were shouting wildly and killing Mudeo Ren. Especially the leader of the purple thunder demon clan, Wu Jin, made a mysterious mark with his hand, causing ferocious purple lightning patterns to flash all over Mudeo Ren's body. "Ha ha 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 ha." Mudeo Ren showed a painful expression on his face, but he still laughed and was extremely excited. He was not afraid of death. After all, he had practiced under Chen Ronghuo's origin mother tree. Even if he died, he could be resurrected by Chen Ronghuo in the future. He was just worried that his death was meaningless. And this time, he could see Chen Ronghuo and Huang Taizhong, and help Chen Ronghuo break the 10,000 Thunder Purgatory formation of the Purple Thunder Demon clan. Even if he died, it was worth it. What's more, he also believed in Chen Ronghuo and Huang Taizhong. He believed that with the two of them, he might not only not die this time, but also escape from the sea of suffering, and be able to follow Chen Ronghuo and conquer the world again. Boom. After Huang Taizhong rushed to Mudeo Ren's side, he saw the pain on Mudeo Ren's face, and his expression immediately became ugly. He swept his eyes across the field, and when he saw Wu Jin, who was performing a secret technique to try to control Mudeo Ren, his aura suddenly released, and with a punch, he immediately covered everything, covering the sky and the sun, and submerging everything, as if a mountain and the sea suppressed the past. "Master Mu, long time no see." At the same time, he turned his head and looked at Mudeo Ren, with a smile on his face. Mudeo Ren took a deep breath, and his eyes showed excitement. "Master Huang, thank you for saving me. Next, please help me to destroy this branch of the Purple Thunder Demon clan." "No problem." Huang Taizhong nodded, "but we only need to kill these 9th level Purple Thunder Demon clan leaders. The remaining Purple Thunder Demon clan will be of great use to the Lord." "Okay." Mudeo Ren agreed, and with a wave of his hands, a whole 8 giant tree phantoms gathered from all directions, and turned into an 8-wood prisoner sky formation, trapping all the 9th level Purple Thunder Demon clan in the field. The shadows of giant trees vibrated at the same time, connected with each other, and emitted powerful ripples, like chains that penetrated the sky and the earth, strangling the Purple Thunder Demons. Boom boom boom. At the same time, Huang Tishan's fist was as fast as lightning, leaving a series of afterimages in the void. Many afterimages gathered together, like a mountain of fist prints stacked together, covering Wu Jin, the strongest leader of the Purple Thunder demons in the field. Seeing Huang Tai's Hung staring at him, Wu Jin's face suddenly changed drastically. He no longer cared about using secret techniques to try to make Mu Dao Ren surrender. With a shake of his flesh wings, he was about to fly back. He was a 9th level peak cultivator, and his cultivation level was actually only one small level lower than Huang Tai's Hung. However, this small level was like a chasm. He had just retreated less than a kilometer when Huang Tishan's fist mountain, carrying a majestic aura like a mountain, rumbled and suppressed, as if even gods and demons could be suppressed by his fist. Wu Jin gritted his teeth and roared, and the secret technique unfolded. Rolling lightning shot out, purple condensed into black, forming a mighty thunder prison, occupying most of the sky, imprisoning Huang Tishan's fist. Boom! After just a loud bang, the inky black thunder prison completely collapsed, and Huang Tishan's fist drove straight in, seemingly without any sign of weakening, and hit Wu Jin hard. Purple gold lightning burst out from Wu Jin's body, forming a shiny armor that blocked Wu Jin's body. However, this armor was also unable to resist the fist of Huang Tai's Hung. It broke apart in an instant. With a bang, Wu Jin spurted out a mouthful of blood and flew backwards with a broken body. Crack, crack. In the void, waves connected together, like a big net. With a slight shake, Wu Jin was caught in the net. Mew. Wu Jin opened his eyes and looked up at Mu Dao Ren, with endless anger in his eyes. Bang! Mu Dao Ren turned his head and looked at Wu Jin. He gently clenched his hands, and the endless void waves suddenly tightened, like a chain of gods. With a bang, Wu Jin was crushed into pieces, and blood was spilled in the sky. So far, there are only 8 strong men above the 9th level in the Purple Thunder Demon clan. And what they will face are 2 10th level strong men who cooperate tacitly. After killing Wu Jin, the fierce light in Mu Dao Ren's eyes was even more exposed. He raised both hands at the same time and mobilized the power of the entire 8-wood prison heaven formation. Ripples rippled in the void, and a green color appeared, turning into a series of green whirlpools. All the strong men of the Purple Thunder Demon clan were enveloped in it. Huang Tai's Hung, who was standing aside, saw this scene, his body straightened, and with a long roar, his fist broke through the air, like a machine gun, blasting out punches that seemed to be able to kill gods and demons. In an instant, there were howls, and one by one, the 9th level strong men of the Purple Thunder Demon clan, under the cooperation of Mu Dao Ren and Huang Tai's Hung, died one after another, with no vitality, and blood splashed on the sky. It's over, our Purple Thunder Demon clan is over. Outside the 8-wood prison heaven formation, an old Purple Thunder Demon clan saw this scene, tears in his eyes, revealing endless sorrow. Although their leader and high priest were not here, this time, almost all of their Purple Thunder Demon clan's top forces were destroyed, which was definitely a disaster for their clan. Escape. Escape in a scattered manner, all clan members, flee from here immediately. The old Purple Thunder Demon clan member screamed heartbreakingly. At this moment, facing the extremely powerful Huang Tai's Hung and Mu Dao Ren, they had no choice but to escape. Boom. However, when countless Purple Thunder demons were running away in all directions, Mu Taoist's eyes flashed with a stern look. The 8 giant trees of the Yamu Heaven prison formation, which originally surrounded a group of 9th order Purple Thunder demons, after a sudden change in reality, the entire lair of the Purple Thunder Demon clan was suddenly surrounded. Although Mu Dao Ren's strength is limited, he can still exert the strength of a 10th level powerhouse. With his current strength and all his strength, he could kill a 7th or 8th level strong man with one palm, not to mention just in the area where the Purple Thunder Demon clan was lair, but even thousands of miles away. However, because of Huang Tishan's words just now, he did not carry any attack power this time, but only set up a formation to trap a group of Purple Thunder demons in the formation. This subordinate has met the Lord. Then he turned around and looked at Chen Ronghuo. Well done. A smile appeared on Chen Ronghuo's face. He nodded to Taoist Mu, and then said, "You guys first raid the formation for me. If you have any questions, wait until I kill these demons." After he finished speaking, he suddenly visualized a huge giant with 9 heads and 1,000 arms in his mind. After visualizing this giant, it suddenly appeared in front of him carrying the power of rolling disasters and curses. He took a step forward and sent out a large amount of grey mist in all directions. The mist spread into the void, and in a short period of time, the entire space was dyed with a light grey. Boom! Suddenly, as the grey fog shrouded, a thundercloud that had been suspended in the sky for an unknown length of time seemed to have finally reached its limit on this day, suddenly falling apart, and endless lightning bursting out from it. Dozens of purple thunder demons with low cultivation levels near this thundercloud were overwhelmed by the lightning before they had time to react. The purple thunder demons are extremely good at controlling lightning, but the low-level purple thunder demons still cannot withstand powerful thunder and lightning. Boom boom boom. Then, like a chain reaction, when this thundercloud was annihilated, the nearby thunderclouds began to explode one by one. Even this riot spread to great distances in an irregular manner. At this moment, even some high-level purple thunder demons were shocked and moved away from the sudden explosion of thunderclouds. "No, what's wrong with me?" Suddenly, a purple thunder demon who was flying rapidly changed his face and found that large green bags suddenly appeared on his body. When he touched it with his hand, the big bag burst open with a loud bang, and a large amount of green pus flowed out. That's not all. After the green pus dripped from his body, it turned into a ferocious green man with 9 heads and 1,000 arms. He opened his 9 big mouths and bit him fiercely. "Get away!" The purple thunder demon was shocked, showed endless fear, and retreated crazily. And a scene like this is taking place on countless middle and low-level purple thunder demons at this very moment. Landing 300 years in advance. Author, Xiaoji Depeng. Chapter 640. Roar. The 9-headed, 10-armed monsters, made up of green slime flowing from the bodies of many purple thunder demons, roared and rushed in chaos. This thing is extremely difficult to provoke. Once it cannot be defeated, it will explode, causing huge damage and spreading everywhere like a plague. The number of purple thunder demons is small, and there are only tens of thousands of them in total. But among these tens of thousands of people, the lowest cultivation level is at the 3rd level. After adulthood, all purple thunder demons have at least the 4th level of cultivation. However, Chen Ronghuo combined the way of disaster and the way of curse to use the secret technique. Not to mention the 3rd and 4th level purple thunder demons, even the 5th level purple thunder demons, or even the 6th level purple thunder demons, if they react slowly or have no way to restrain themselves, they will be attacked. 7th level experience value add 7. 7th level experience value add 30. A large amount of experience value came overwhelmingly and merged into Chen Ronghuo's body. After the death of some weak purple thunder demons, Chen Ronghuo gained very little experience points. However, the huge number of them made this part of experience points very considerable. It seems that there are a lot more than expected. After using the law of disaster and the law of curse, Chen Ronghuo himself was not idle. His body turned into a stream of light, and he shot out the chaos flying sword, making it like a flash of lightning. Every flash could kill a 6th level purple thunder demon, or even a 7th level purple thunder demon. In a short period of time, a large number of middle and high level purple thunder demons died in his hands and turned into his experience points. Boom boom boom. In the distance, dozens of 8th level purple thunder demons flew to the edge of the 8-wood prison heaven formation and bombarded the formation wildly, but the formation did not move under the control of Mu Dao Ren, as if it was an unbreakable prison. Mu Dao Ren saw this scene, just glanced at it lightly, and ignored it. It was simply a pipe dream for a group of 8th level purple thunder demons to want to break through his formation. You ungrateful wolf, our leader will not let you go. After a dozen breaths, all the purple thunder demons showed despair, knowing that this time, their entire purple thunder demon clan was really going to be exterminated. After despair, they all saw Xuanhuan who was killing people in the 8-wood prison heaven formation. They didn't know who Xuanhuan was. But seeing that Mu Dao Ren and Huang Tai's Hung, two powerful people, were protecting Xuanhuan and letting Xuanhuan slaughter their clan, they all showed anger. Kill. Without any communication, an 8th level purple thunder demon rushed straight to Xuanhuan, followed by other purple thunder demons. Among the purple thunder demons, there were only a dozen 9th level purple thunder demons, and 50 or 60 8th level purple thunder demons. Then, there were about 200 to 300 purple thunder demons of the 7th level. It can be said that the purple thunder sect, which is also a medium to high level force, is nothing compared to the purple thunder demons. On the gods' continent, only the real big sects can have the strength to match the purple thunder demons. As for the 10 demons that are stronger than the purple thunder demons, only the 3 major forces in the gods' world can surpass them. Level 72. Level 73. In a short period of time, after killing a large number of low and medium level purple thunder demons, Xuanhuan's level began to soar rapidly. The way of disaster and the way of curse both have many secret techniques of large-scale destruction. After Xuanhuan used them, it didn't take long for him to almost kill all the low and medium level forces of the entire purple thunder demons. Then he raised his head and swept his eyes around, and saw dozens of 8th level purple thunder demons rushing towards him, and behind these 8th level purple thunder demons, there were a large number of 6th and 7th level purple thunder demons following. Obviously, after seeing what Xuanhuan did and knowing that they could not harm Mu Dao Ren and Huang Tai's Hung no matter what, the remaining purple thunder demon clan surrounded Xuanhuan and killed him with the determination to die. In the sky, lightning shot out one after another. The endless thunderclouds that originally filled the sky, after this battle and the chaos caused by Xuanhuan's disaster technique, all collapsed. Thunder and lightning rolled, as if the end of the world was coming. Seeing countless strong men coming, and even dozens of 8th level strong men whose cultivation was one major level higher than his, Xuanhuan had no fear in his eyes. With a wave of his hand, the chaos flying sword flew back like lightning, fell into his hand, and turned into an ordinary-sized sword. The next moment, he suddenly raised the sword and soared into the sky, like an immortal god who wanted to survive the thunder tribulation, and rushed into the thunder in the sky. Lead. The sword in Xuanhuan's hand drew a graceful arc, connecting with the thunder in the void. With a pull, countless thunders immediately descended and entangled on his sword. But Xuanhuan did not immediately attack the purple thunder demons who came to kill him. Even though he was once the strongest in the world of gods, in this situation, facing a large number of purple thunder demons, many of which were higher than himself, it would be difficult to kill a few people with one sword. With a thought, the phantoms of 2 sea and sky birds were summoned by Xuanhuan. As soon as they came out, under Xuanhuan's control, they merged into one and turned into a huge strange bird with 2 heads and 4 wings. Xuanhuan landed on the phantom of the strange bird, and his figure was like lightning, flashing in the void one after another. Attacks came from afar, but they were all flashed away by Xuanhuan. After Xuanhuan's cultivation reached the 7th level, he could summon all the phantoms of the 2 sea and sky birds from the ancient book. Xuanhuan stepped on the sea and sky birds and flashed in the void, while constantly drawing his sword and constantly attracting thunder in the void. Gradually, more and more thunder gathered on his sword, changing from purple to terrifying black. Every time the sword passed through the void, there was a terrifying flash, especially under the sword light. It gave people a feeling of dark clouds pressing down on the city and destroying it. Finally, after the thunder caused by Xuanhuan made him feel a little heavy, He looked at the purple thunder demons who were chasing him closely, and suddenly raised the sword in his hand. At the same time, his mind moved, and at the same time he attracted the array core that he had condensed to the 7th level. Rumble. As Chen Ronghuo urged the array core, an illusory large array condensed and took shape with the sword in his hand as the center. As soon as the formation was formed, countless lightning bolts rushed towards the sword in Chen Ronghuo's hand. Chen Ronghuo's face was solemn, and he did not dare to delay for a moment. He looked at the purple thunder demons who were rushing towards him but had already changed their color, and slashed them with a sword. Boom! Thunder roared to the sky. Countless lightning bolts gathered, bearing their fangs and claws, covering the entire world, as if ferocious thunder dragons were coming with the power of destruction. In an instant, the less than 1,000 remaining members of the Purple Thunder Demon clan were all submerged in the endless thunder. In the field, only rolling thunder could be seen, and occasionally one or two faint lights flashed by, as if those 8th level Purple Thunder Demons were struggling hard in the formation. However, Chen Ronghuo's attack, which had been accumulated for a long time, was not something they could escape from. After a dozen breaths, Chen Ronghuo, with a slightly pale face, put away his sword and flashed in front of Huang Taizheng and Mu Daoren. As Chen Ronghuo put away his hand, the thunder in the sky also dispersed. Looking around, all the purple thunder demons had disappeared. "Let's go," Chen Ronghuo said. "The purple thunder demons have existed for countless years. If Chen Ronghuo kills these purple thunder demons and looks carefully, he will definitely find many treasures here. But for Chen Ronghuo, who has now recovered to the 7th level and has Huang Taizheng and Mu Daoren as his subordinates, there is no need to collect those so-called treasures." After speaking, Chen Ronghuo looked at his attribute panel and saw that after such a wave of killing, the experience points he gained had accumulated his level to level 78. Level 78 is already the late 7th level. This upgrade speed is simply terrifying. However, this is also the foundation of Chen Ronghuo. If he did not have such strength, if he did not have the help of Huang Taizheng and Huang Mu, facing the Purple Thunder Demon clan, he would not be able to kill people today, and even if he wanted to get close to the Purple Thunder Demon clan, he could not get too close. In the center of the demon connection, countless demon armies gathered together, led by the 10 major demon clans in the demon realm, with a mighty momentum that connected the sky and the earth. In the army, when Huang Taizheng, Huang Chen Ronghuo and others were killing people in the Purple Thunder Demon clan, 2 huge figures with purple and black faces and wings on their ribs suddenly changed their faces. Something happened in the clan. They were the leaders and high priests of the Purple Thunder Demon clan. Just at that moment, they all had many bad premonitions in their hearts, vaguely feeling that countless clansmen who were connected to them by blood had lost contact. The high priest with a strange lightning tattoo on his forehead said, "Chief, please ask for leave from the leaders of the royal family. We must return to the tribe to see what is going on. The situation in our tribe may not be good." "I know," the leader of the Purple Thunder Demon clan said in a deep voice. 3 streams of light flashed in the void. Chen Ronghuo was in the middle. Huang Taizheng and Mu Daoren were on the left and right. Seeing Chen Ronghuo again, Mu Daoren was extremely excited and had countless words to say to Chen Ronghuo. After Chen Ronghuo learned some information from Mu Daoren, he couldn't help but ask, "You mean, Changsun Zhengzin and Mo Liking may be in the Holy Land of the Huaxin clan?" "Yes," Mu Daoren said, "I met Changsun Yuda and his people tens of thousands of years ago. Changsun Yuda told me that they suspected that Changsun Zhengzin and Mo Liking were trapped in the Holy Land of the Huaxin clan, so they went to rescue them with Lord Zhangji, but fell into the trap of the demons. As a result, only Changsun Yuda escaped by himself, but Lord Zhangji was trapped in the Huaxin clan. But this happened tens of thousands of years ago. I don't know what's going on now." "I understand." Chen Ronghuo nodded, and then asked, Do you know the situation of the rest of us? I know a little. Mudeo Ren nodded. The demons regard the Lord as a great enemy. After the war that year, they wanted to unite the power of the whole tribe and set up countless formations in the demon suppression abyss to completely trap the Lord in the demon suppression abyss. At that time, after Master Xuanhuan, Zhu Daipen, and Li Haishui received the news, they rushed to the demon suppression abyss to stop the demon army and have been stationed there ever since. But I don't know what's going on now either. As for the other people, I only know Master Wu Piaoun. Before I was trapped in the Purple Thunder Demon clan, he had been traveling around the world to hone his martial arts. As for now, I don't know either. Hearing Mudeoren's narration, Chen Ronghuo pondered for a moment and said, in that case, then take me to where Chang Sunyi was before and see if they are still there. He came to the demon world this time, firstly to level up, and secondly to look for his former subordinates. But if Huanglin, Zhu Daipen, and Li Haishui were really sitting near the demon suppression abyss as Mudeoren said, and they were still there, then with his current strength, it would be difficult for him to approach them. After all, the demon clan's base camp was near the demon suppression abyss. The Holy Demon Clan, which ranked first among the 10 major races of the demon clan, is now near the demon suppression abyss. According to Mudeoren, the Holy Demon Clan is the race of the former Lord of the Black Demon. After the Lord of the Black Demon was killed by Chen Ronghuo, the leader of the Holy Demon Clan advanced to the 14th level in a short time, calling himself the Deputy Palace Master of the Black Demon Heavenly Palace, and even believed in the resurrection of the Lord of the Black Demon, and led all other demons. Yes. Mudeoren nodded, and immediately took Chen Ronghuo and Huang Taizheng with him, and flew straight to a place called Hulu Valley in the demon realm. A rank 10 cultivator can travel faster than wind and thunder. In an instant, a distance of thousands of miles was crossed. In addition, no one knew what had happened in the demon realm. All the strong men above rank 10 seemed to be not in their nests, but rushed to a certain location together, which made Chen Ronghuo and his party travel recklessly. It didn't take long for them to arrive at the Hulu Valley in Mudeoren's memory. Lord, this is it. Mudeoren rushed to Chen Ronghuo. Chen Ronghuo nodded. After gathering with Mudeoren, Chen Ronghuo did not take action to eliminate the various hidden dangers on Mudeoren. Mudeoren can only exert the strength of the 10th level now, but his real realm is the 11th level. With Chen Ronghuo's current strength, although it is not impossible to use the left hand's ability to eliminate the things that can greatly limit Mudeoren's strength, it will take too much time. So Chen Ronghuo decided to wait and help Mudeoren. As time passed, Chen Ronghuo was confident that it would not take long for him to break through to the 8th level, or even the 9th level. By then, it would be much easier for him to help Mudeoren solve the hidden dangers in his body. Even after Chen Ronghuo reached the 9th level, he would not need to help Mudeoren, and the hidden dangers of Mudeoren could be solved. Because by then, he could completely unseal the ancient book and release the big river crab and other spiritual pets in the ancient book. At that time, with the strength of the big river crab and other spiritual pets, it would be effortless for Mudeoren to help solve his physical problems. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Landing 300 years in advance. Author, Xiaoji Depeng. Chapter 641. When many thoughts emerged in his mind, Chen Ronghuo raised his head and looked at the valley ahead. After taking a closer look, his eyes suddenly lit up slightly. In the valley in front of him, he not only sensed the aura of Chang Sun Yi, Chang Sun Ping, Chang Sunan and Chang Sun Sheng, but also the aura of Chang Sun Gengjiang. Previously, Mudeoren told Chen Ronghuo that the three brothers Chang Sun Yi and Chang Sun Ping were in this valley, but he did not say that Chang Sun Gengjiang was also here. With a thought, Chen Ronghuo slightly mobilized a trace of his power and passed it to the valley. Third sister, the demon realm's action this time is so big, are you really going to break all the channels between the demon realm and the gods in one fell swoop? Deep in the Calabash Valley, a group of 4 people gathered together. These 4 people are none other than Chang Sunyi and the 3 brothers Chang Sunping. Hearing Zhang Sunping's inquiry, Zhang Sunyi shook his head and said, the demon tribe has developed rapidly in recent years. 5 demon tribes have already broken through to the 14th level. If it weren't for Mr. Huanglin and the others who were stationed in the demon abyss, they held back 2 of them. The 14th level powerhouses, including the 10-horned divine dragon of the divine land and the holy lord Teishu, may no longer be able to withstand it. However, in the past few years, although the demons have repeatedly attacked the divine land without success, they have never made such a big move like this time. Therefore, maybe this time, the channel between the 2 realms will really be broken. Third sister, after hearing this, Chang Sunping spoke again, tell me, this time almost all the strong men of the demon-eating clan have been dispatched. Will the defense of the Huaxin clan be weaker than before? Upon hearing this, the eldest grandson clenched his fists. This is exactly what she thought. But she was worried that even if the Huaxin clan really became weak, with the strength of herself and others, would they be able to rush into the Huaxin clan and rescue people? Although the Huaxin clan was originally one of the 10 major races in the demon world, in recent years, due to some special reasons, the Huaxin clan has developed extremely rapidly. Not only are there 14th level powerhouses, but there are also 5 or 6 13th level powerhouses. Now it is in the demon world, a powerful race second only to the Holy Demon Clan. With the strength of a group of them alone, it would be too difficult to rush into the mind-obsessed demon clan to save people. Seeing Chang Sunyi's silence, Chang Sunping also shook his head, I don't know where Mr. Zhenkinzan and Mr. Dynasty have been arranged by the Lord. After the final battle, Dynasty, Zhenqian-san, Ho-san, Mengtian and others disappeared under Chen Ronghuo's arrangement. Now after so many years, there is no trace of it. Suddenly, while several people were talking to each other, Chang Sun raised his eyebrows and suddenly felt a familiar breath coming from outside the Calabash Valley. This breath. This is. In an instant, Zhang Sunyi suddenly stood up from his seat, with a look of great excitement on his face. Third sister, you. Seeing Zhang Sunyi's actions, Zhang Sunping and others were puzzled. But it only took a moment for several people's expressions to change, and they all stood up together, looking in the direction outside the valley with incredible expressions. Whoosh whoosh whoosh. In the next moment, the brothers and sisters turned into streams of light without hesitation, rushed out of the Hulu Valley, and came to Chen Ronghuo outside the valley. When they saw that it was indeed Chen Ronghuo who appeared in front of them, and Huang Taizheng and Mu Daoren were standing beside Chen Ronghuo, the brothers and sisters immediately bowed down in excitement. Subordinate, I have met the Lord. Very good. Chen Ronghuo waved, looked at the 4 of them, and said with emotion, you have worked hard these years. He knew in his heart that all his men had been waiting for his return over the years. It is also because of the restrictions placed on them by the various rules of the God's game that each of them will not live a very good life. Chen Ronghuo and Zhang Sun had a brief exchange with the brothers and sisters, and then followed them into the Calabash Valley. Calabash Valley lives up to its name, and it does look like a gourd. However, Chang Sun and his group do not usually live in the Calabash Valley, but on a mountain peak next to the Calabash Valley. When they arrived at the residence of several people, Chen Ronghuo sat on the main seat in the hall, but his eyes were cast on the Calabash Valley not far away. When he passed by this gourd valley before, he clearly sensed that the aura of Chang Sun Gengjiang remaining there was much stronger than in other places. Thinking about it, Chen Ronghuo asked, Chang Sunyi, do you know where your uncle is? The Lord has a keen eye. Hearing Chen Ronghuo's inquiry, Chang Sunyi smiled bitterly and said, My uncle went into seclusion here after the battle that year, saying that he wanted to learn an important secret technique, and no one was allowed to disturb him. It's just that he has been in seclusion for 80,000 years, and until now, he has not come out of seclusion. It is precisely because of this that we, brother and sister, have not changed places for so many years. I see. Chen Ronghuo nodded, not expecting Chang Sun Gengjiang to be practicing in seclusion, and he had been in seclusion for 80,000 years. Thinking about this, he said, Lao Huang and I rescued Mu Taoist from the Purple Thunder Demon clan before, but Mu Taoist has been trapped in the Purple Thunder Demon clan for too long and is not very familiar with the current situation in the demon world. It's clear, please talk to me carefully. Yes. Chang Sunyi didn't dare to neglect. She immediately followed Chen Ronghuo's instructions and introduced to him all the changes in the demon world over the years. But when Chen Ronghuo finished listening to Chang Sunyi's story, his brows slightly frowned. Chang Sunyi's story was no different from Mu Dao Ren's story before. But from Chang Sunyi, Chen Ronghuo knew that Chang Sun Zhengzin and Mo Liking were indeed trapped in the Holy Land of the Huaxin clan for some unknown reason. And the reason why the Huaxin clan has developed so fast in recent years is probably related to the entrapment of Chang Sun Zhengzin and Mo Liking. As for Zhangji, who was trapped in the Huaxin clan later, he should still be alive. After hearing this, Chen Ronghuo took a deep breath. Chang Sunyi and Zhangji were combined when they were practicing under his origin mother tree. In addition to Zhangji's special ability, with their 13th level cultivation, they can completely compete with a 14th level strongman. But the two of them broke into the Huaxin clan together, but one escaped and the other was trapped, which shows that the Huaxin clan is powerful. The demons are indeed strong now, Chang Sunping on the side said. Originally, the demons were afraid of us, but because Lord Wang Chao, Lord Zhen, and others have not appeared for many years, the demons have become less and less concerned about us. In recent years, a war often breaks out in the demon suppression abyss. If it weren't for Lord Huanglin's strong strength, it's unknown what would happen. Especially this time, all the races of the demons gathered together, wanting to completely open the passage to the God's land. Once the passage is opened, the demons will enter the God's land. With their destructive characteristics, their strength is likely to increase in a short period of time. By then, I'm afraid that Lord Huanglin may not be able to support it. Speaking of this, Chang Sunping paused, showing an excited look and said, Fortunately, Lord, you are back. In the hearts of the people in the Hexi territory, only Chen Ronghuo is their backbone. After all, how many years did it take Chen Ronghuo to lead them all the way from the mortal world to the peak? The demons are indeed strong now, but as long as Chen Ronghuo returns, they are no longer afraid of anything. Hearing this, Chen Ronghuo smiled and said, I have other arrangements for Zhenkinzan and Wang Chao, and it will be difficult for them to come back in a short time. As for the demons breaking the passage between the two worlds and attacking the God's land. Speaking of this, Chen Ronghuo paused slightly. He knew that it was inevitable for the demons to break into the God's land, because this was definitely the arrangement of the gods at the time. After the level of the gods was raised to a certain level, ordinary demonized life could no longer satisfy their monster killing and leveling up, so at this time, a large source of experience points was needed. And the demons, obviously as the source of experience points for the gods, were arranged to break the barrier between the two worlds, between the God's land and the demon realm. It's just. Chen Ronghuo thought of the current level of the gods, and guessed that the reason why the demon realm attacked the God's land so early was probably related to his own cultivation being raised too quickly, triggering a certain mechanism in advance. This could be a disaster for some of the gods in the past. But for Chen Ronghuo himself, it was a good thing. Chen Ronghuo kept pondering in his heart. After a long time, he said, with our current strength, it is not realistic to rescue Zhangji and your father. Now that the passage between the demon realm and the God's land may be completely unsealed, Why don't you go to the God's land with me first, and then assist me to let my body reach the 9th level as soon as possible. After I break through to the 9th level, I can summon the big river crab and the fat cat. Summon the big river crab and the fat cat? Hearing Chen Ronghuo's words, Chang Sunyi and others' eyes all lit up. They all knew clearly about the several powerful pets cultivated by Chen Ronghuo. Whether it was the big river crab or the fat cat, or the 7-colored spirit butterfly with the 7-colored sacred tree, and the 2 sea and sky sacred birds merged into one, they all had the strength of the 14th level. And it was not comparable to the ordinary 14th level. It is conceivable that once Chen Ronghuo summoned them, how huge the impact on the current world would be. Thinking of this, several people immediately said, "Okay, then we will listen to the Lord." Dead, all dead. At the same time, in the Purple Thunder Demon clan's land, the Purple Thunder Demon clan's leader Wu Ye and their clan's high priest looked at the mess of the clan's land, all with bloodshot eyes. They never thought that the two of them just obeyed the call of the royal family and went out for a trip, and when they came back, their clan was wiped out. "No matter who killed our people, I will make you pay with blood." Wu Ye roared again and again. "Okay," on the side, the high priest of the Purple Thunder Demon clan said gloomily, "I can sense that the human surnamed Mu is not dead, and there are traces of his attack here. Let's go find him immediately. It seems that our clan was destroyed this time because of his rebellion. Although he is powerful, he has a hidden trick left by us. Even if he has helpers, we are not afraid. He has practiced a secret technique to sense the breath, and can sense that there are 3 strong men who have killed their people. 2 of them, one is Mu Dao Ren, and the other is a 10th level strong man like them. As for the last one, his breath is weak, and it should not be too strong. Okay. Gourd Valley. Boom. Suddenly, while Chen Ronghuo and the others were chatting, the sky and the earth suddenly trembled, and the vibrations continued, as if a world-shaking battle was happening in the distance. This is a fight between 14th level masters, and there is more than one. Chang Sunyi stood up suddenly, looking into the distance, showing a cautious look. As for the others, they all looked solemn. This huge movement can only be made by a fight between 14th level masters. Has the demon clan started to act? Chen Ronghuo also stood up slowly from his seat. His eyes flashed, and after thinking for a while, he said, 300,000 miles away from here, there is a tribe of golden armor demons. The demons there are just right for me to level up. Now that the demon masters are not here, you take me there immediately. In Chen Ronghuo's eyes, improving his level as soon as possible is the most important thing. When his level is raised to a certain level, he can punch away all the obstacles in front of him. In particular, Chen Ronghuo has another plan. As long as his cultivation reaches the 9th level, he will launch that plan. Once the plan is launched, he is likely to make his main body reach the 13th level in a short time, or even the 14th level in one fell swoop. When the main body and the clone merge, all his plans will be completely completed. After a gleam of light flashed in Chen Ronghuo's eyes, it quickly disappeared. The gods want to use this game to recover to their peak, but it depends on whether he will give them this opportunity. Now that his cultivation has broken through to the late 7th level, and he has found Chang Sunyi and others, Chen Ronghuo's cultivation will be improved even faster in the future. Maybe, it won't be long before I can solve all the problems. Chen Ronghuo murmured. He thought of the child in Li Shui's belly, and couldn't help but smile. Yes. Hearing Chen Ronghuo's words, everyone was stunned, but they quickly reacted and immediately took Chen Ronghuo to the tribe of the Golden Armor Demon clan that Chen Ronghuo mentioned. Boom. At this moment, 2 purple shadows turned into lightning and rushed from a distance, so fast that it seemed to smash the entire Hulu Valley into pieces. These 2 purple shadows were the leaders and high priests of the Purple Thunder Demon clan. They used the tracking secret technique and the backup left in the body of the wood Taoist to track all the way and finally found this place. Huh. In the Hulu Valley, Chen Ronghuo and his group raised their heads at the same time. They actually found us here. Chen Ronghuo sensed the familiar but more powerful lightning laws outside, and shook his head, feeling sad for the two Purple Thunder Demon Clan members who came all the way to die. Landing 300 years in advance. Author, Xiaoji Depeng. Chapter 642. Two 10th level warriors are already extremely strong. If the leader and high priest of the Purple Thunder Demon Clan caught up with Chen Ronghuo and his party before they arrived at Hulu Valley, it would be a bit troublesome for Chen Ronghuo and his party. After all, the strength that Huang Taizheng and Mu Dao Ren can exert is also 10th level. Moreover, there are various restrictions in Mu Dao Ren's body. Once he fights with him, it is estimated that Chen Ronghuo can only rely on the ability of the White Jade Shuttle Ruler to take the two away. But here in Hulu Valley, Chen Ronghuo glanced at Chang Sunyi and the three brothers Chang Sunping. Chang Sunyi is a 13th level cultivator, and his strength is comparable to that of a peak god. The three brothers Chang Sunping are all 11th level cultivators. The three of them can fight against high-level gods comparable to the 12th level. The leader and high priest of the Purple Thunder Demon Clan came here. If they didn't seek death, what else could they do? Die. After discovering that the aura of Chen Ronghuo and the other two disappeared in this valley, the leader of the Purple Thunder Demon Clan who arrived here immediately attacked with anger, punching out like a meteor carrying terrifying thunder, with a loud bang, trying to blow up the entire Hulu Valley. No matter who is in this valley, no matter why the people in this valley destroyed their clan, he doesn't care. He just cares. Kill and that's it. Screech. Suddenly, a sword light shot out from the valley, dazzling, like a thin white silver thread, shining in the sun. When this sword light came, the angry Purple Thunder Demon Clan leader and the high priest all froze. The anger in their hearts was like being poured a basin of cold water from head to toe in the middle of winter. The power of the sword light was simply indescribable, far beyond what they could deal with. As 10th level warriors, they were usually confident, but they forgot that above the 10th level, there is the 11th level, and above the 11th level, there is the 12th level. Puff! The sword light penetrated the flesh. The two 10th level warriors died on the spot without even a breath of life under Chang Sunyi's sword. This is the gap across several major levels. The gap between the 10th level and the 13th level is too big. The death of two 10th level warriors did not cause any waves in the huge demon world. After killing the leader and the high priest of the Purple Thunder Demon Clan, Chen Ronghuo and Chang Sunyi and others left the Hulu Valley and came to the tribe of the Golden Armor Demon Clan, which is 300,000 miles away from the Hulu Valley. The Golden Armor Demon Clan is a demon clan that is stronger than the Purple Thunder Demon Clan. The strongest in the clan has the cultivation of the 11th level. There are also three 10th level warriors. However, because of the actions of the 10 great royal families this time, the strongest of the Golden Armor Demon Clan and two 10th level strongmen were summoned away. In other words, there is only one 10th level strongman in the entire Golden Armor Demon Clan. And the 10th level strongman, in front of Chang Sunyi, who has the 13th level cultivation, is like a chicken and can be slaughtered at will. Scream! A sword light flashed in the void, and the support of the Golden Armor Demon Clan fell under Chang Sunyi's sword light. Boom! Then Mu Daoren moved his mind, and suddenly 8 huge sacred trees emerged in the void, arranged around the Golden Armor Demon Clan, and surrounded the Golden Armor Demon Clan's clan land. At this time, Mu Daoren's strength has recovered to the 11th level of his heyday. But this was not done by Chen Ronghuo. It was Chang Sunyi who helped Mu Daoren solve it. Although Chang Sunyi was not good at breaking the seal and detoxification, with her 13th level strength, it was not difficult to forcibly expel the strange poison and seal in Mu Daoren's body. Once the 8-wood prison heaven formation was completed, All the golden armored demons inside fell into madness. Just like before in the Purple Thunder Demon clan's territory, all the golden armored demons rushed to kill Chen Ronghuo, who had stepped into the formation. But now Chen Ronghuo's level has reached 78, reaching the late 7th level, and his strength is much stronger than before in the Purple Thunder Demon clan. Sword lights flashed, and demons were slaughtered endlessly. Boom! In the center of the demon world, a huge hole formed in the void. In that hole, countless strong men were fighting fiercely. Sometimes a huge dragon tail swept across, almost crossing the sky. It can be vaguely seen that several hideous demons are besieging a dragon with 10 sky-high horns on its head. A holy young man wearing an imperial crown also made a fierce move and fought fiercely with a group of demons. There was also a powerful man with 5 colors on his body. Every time he made a move, he reversed the 5 elements. Wherever he passed, there were colorful colors. These 3 powerful men were obviously the 10-horned dragon, the Holy Lord of the Beginning, and the King of the 5 elements. In addition, in this battle, the 3 of them also brought their own men to fight to the death. And they faced the 10 royal families of the demons and countless other demons. Under this huge hole connecting the Godland and the demon realm, countless demons gathered together and formed a large formation. The aura was vast and soared into the sky. It was vaguely through the large formation, across time and space, and summoned an ancient existence with a majestic aura and unclear appearance from the past time and space. This ancient existence stepped into the air, flew into the sky, and also joined the battle. Lord of the Black Demon. The 10-horned divine dragon and others looked solemn, and took action from time to fight with this ancient being. They all knew that this ancient being, whose appearance could not be seen clearly, was the Lord of the Black Demon who fell in the hands of Chen Ronghuo. Of course, the current Lord of the Dark Demon is just a phantom, summoned across the void by many demons through a special connection with the Lord of the Dark Demon, and has no real consciousness. But as the demons gradually become stronger, it may not be possible to transcend time and truly resurrect the Lord of the Dark Demons. Bang! Suddenly, just when everyone's battle was at its most intense, endless black mist suddenly filled the vast black hole, and from the depths of the black mist, a large, crystal-clear white bone hand emerged. With a bang, the big white bone hand struck across the space without warning, and slapped the King of 5 Elements, who was fighting fiercely. The King of 5 Elements trembled and was directly hit hard, and his body flew out. Damn it, Bone Saint, you actually took refuge in the demons. Seeing this scene, the 10-horned dragon and others shouted angrily. The Bone Saint is one of the ancient evil objects that escaped from the evil god mountain. He is also a 14th level powerhouse. Before the final battle 80,000 years ago, the 3 14th level powerhouses, Bone Saint, Corpse King, and Ghost Ancestor, led their men in several fierce battles with Chen Ronghuo's men. In the end, Ghost Ancestor was roared to death by Fat Cat. The Bone Saint and the Corpse King were both seriously injured and transformed into NPCs. In these years, the Bone Saint and the Corpse King have been living in the land of gods, and have even fought against the demons. The 10-horned dragon never expected that the Bone Saint would turn to the demons at the critical moment. The one who fought against the King of 5 Elements was none other than Suwuji, the strongest among the demons today, who claimed to be the deputy palace master of the Black Demon Heavenly Palace. Seeing that the King of 5 Elements was severely injured by the Bone Saint, he did not pursue him. Instead, with a thought, he directly crossed the space to the other side and besieged the Holy Lord Taishu. Damn it! The Holy Lord Taishu looked ferocious. He was originally fighting against the 14th level ancestor of the Do Xian clan. At this time, a void was added. He suddenly felt that the pressure was greatly increased. He also had to be careful not to be attacked by the Bone Saint at all times. Retreat before fighting. Under such circumstances, the situation of the 10-horned dragon on the other side was also not easy. Buzz. Suddenly, the void shook again. a big black hand reached out from the edge of the void, grabbed the king of five elements who had escaped from the battlefield after being severely injured, and completely caught him into the void before disappearing. Who is it? What happened, and who did it? Seeing this scene, the 10-horned dragon and others were immediately horrified and felt a deep crisis. The king of the five elements, who was a 14th level expert on the same level as them, was captured like this. Who was the person who took action? How could they feel familiar, yet as if they had never seen him before? Moreover, why did he capture the king of five elements instead of directly killing the king of five elements? All kinds of thoughts flashed through their minds, making their belief in fighting weaker and weaker. Boom. Finally, as the battle progressed, the group no longer had the fighting spirit, and under the cover of the 10-horned dragon and the Holy Lord Teishu, they withdrew from this space. However, the 10-horned divine dragon and others did not notice that when the king of five elements was captured, Suwuji and others also had a look of surprise on their faces. They also don't know who the person who captured the king of five elements is. However, even if the king of five elements is seriously injured, it is not something that ordinary people can deal with, so the person who takes action must be a 14th level powerhouse of the same level as them. However, the king of the five elements was captured, and the 10-horned dragon and others retreated. Their plan this time has been completed, and there are still many things to be busy with. They can only keep this matter in mind for the time being, and prepare to send people to investigate later. With this in mind, Suwuji immediately ordered his subordinates, act as planned. Boom. The heaven and earth shook, and with Suwuji's order, countless demons roared and roared, gathering their momentum together, and even powerful men of the 13th and 4th levels, including Suwuji, joined in. Under such power, the shadow of the Lord of Darkness they summoned became more and more solid, and there was even a hint of agility in the eyes of the Lord of Darkness. Roar. Suddenly, as the Lord of Darkness roared, billowing sound waves rushed through, and the void rippled. The originally huge black hole suddenly opened, and through the black hole, one could vaguely see a huge forest emerging on the other side. Where the forest is, it is the land of God. This black hole was originally one of the 10 two-realm passages connecting God and Earth to the demon-sealed land, but it was later sealed. But now, the portal connecting the demon world to the gods and the earth has opened again. And that's not all. With the opening of this portal, the entire demon world seemed to have a chain reaction. Amidst the loud roaring sounds, there were hidden passages between the two realms everywhere, or a temporal connection. The space passages between the gods and the earth were all opened in a short period of time. For example, in the Purple Thunder Demon Clan, the space passage that Chen Ronghuo and Huang Taizhong came to previously took 3 years to open, but it was opened again without any sound. The land of the Golden Armored Demon Clan. It was still the same as when they were in the Purple Thunder Demon Clan. Except for the 10th level Golden Armored Demon who was beheaded by Zhang Xunyi, all the 9th level Golden Armored Demons also died in the hands of Zhang Xunyi. The remaining Golden Armored Demons could only roar in despair and fight with Chen Ronghuo. Chen Ronghuo used the same trick again, still first using the Way of Disaster and the Way of Curse, and killed all the middle and low-level Golden Armored Demons in a short time. However, the Golden Armored Demons Clan land did not have the same environment as the Purple Thunder Demons Clan land, so Chen Ronghuo could not borrow too much power, so facing the remaining 7th and 8th level Purple Thunder Demons, he could only rely on his own strength to kill them one by one. At the same time, as Mudaoran recovered all his strength, his control of the 8-wood prisoner heaven formation became more convenient. With a move of consciousness, the remaining Golden Armored Demons were divided into several areas. In this way, Chen Ronghuo did not have so much pressure, and various means were used together. In a short time, a large number of 7th and 8th level Golden Armored Demons were killed. Naturally, under such operations, Chen Ronghuo's level was quickly improved again. From level 78, upgraded to level 79, and then upgraded to level 80. Who dares to be so presumptuous in my demon clan? However, just when Chen Ronghuo's cultivation was about to break through to the 8th level, a roar suddenly came from the distant void. Then there were several super strong pressures, suppressing from afar. Hearing this roar, the people who were protecting Chen Ronghuo beside the Golden Armor Demon clan were all shocked. A 13th level strongman has taken action. Chang Sunyi uttered a word, and at the same time held the sword in his hand, ready to fight. Obviously, with the end of the battle between the three major forces of the Demon Clan and the God Land, a strong man finally discovered the movement here. When a strong man above the 10th level takes action, the movement will not be small. It is actually normal for a strong man to discover their actions. What a pity. In the 8-wood prison heaven formation, Chen Ronghuo sighed after killing an 8th level golden armor demon with a sword. He gained a lot this time, and he was just a little bit away from breaking through to the 8th level. But time was too late. Chang Sunyi and his companions must be the focus of the demons. If they find that Chang Sunyi is the one who is slaughtering the demons here, there may even be a 14th level strongman in the demons who will take action. So at this moment, if he delays for a moment, he may be in danger. Let's go. With a thought, Chen Ronghuo immediately withdrew from the formation, gathered Chang Sunyi and his companions together, and activated the power of the white jade shuttle ruler. Whoosh! A brilliant white light flashed, and the next moment, the figures of Chen Ronghuo and Chang Sunyi and his companions disappeared from the demon world. The white jade shuttle ruler is an extremely powerful artifact that Chen Ronghuo prepared for himself. Once it is activated, it is estimated that only a 13th or 14th level strongman can react at close range. Moreover, when using it to shuttle through the void, it will not leave any trace. Damn it! As soon as Chen Ronghuo and his companions left, several demons with powerful auras rushed to the ancestral land of the Golden Armor Demon clan. When they saw that the place was empty and the golden armored demons were almost completely wiped out, their faces turned grim. Landing 300 years in advance. Author, Xiaoji Depeng. Chapter 643. The Land of Chaos. Luan Qinkaiu, wearing a cloak, stood behind Luan Tianxia. Luan Qinkaiu was talking face to face with a group of players from the Dark God Alliance. This is the way to bypass many barriers and directly enter the world of gods. I have handed it over to you. Next, it is time to show your sincerity, Luan Tianxia said with a ray of light in his eyes. He was not originally from the world of gods, but the strongest in an ordinary small world. Because that small world was destroyed, he had to wander in the chaos and eventually settled down in the world of gods and became an outer god. The route map he gave to the players of the Dark God Alliance this time was a very special route map he found when he first came to the world of gods. According to this route map, the people of the Dark God Alliance need to leave the universe where the Earth star is located first and go to the chaos. If they find the mark he left in the chaos, they can bypass the rules of the game of gods and have a certain chance of descending directly to the world of gods. However, he did not say that entering the world of gods in this way would definitely be strongly rejected by the various rules left by the gods. All strength will be reduced. But this is none of his business. He handed over this roadmap to make this game more chaotic, so as to return to the peak at a faster speed, or even surpass it. The players of the Dark God Alliance took the roadmap handed over by Luan Tianxia solemnly, and felt incredible. He never thought that the person in front of him would take the initiative to find their Dark God Alliance and hand over such a thing. If it is verified that this roadmap can really allow the strong men of their Dark Alliance to bypass the rules of the game of gods and directly descend into this world, then the value is too great. Please rest assured, if this map is really useful, you will see the sincerity of our Dark God Alliance. The player who handed it over smiled and said, I look forward to that day. Luan Tianxia also smiled. How could the channel connecting to the demon realm be opened so early? After the people of the Dark God Alliance left, Luan Tianxia opened the player forum and saw some news on it, and his face suddenly became extremely gloomy. At this time, the player forum was in chaos. So people were talking about the sudden appearance of a large number of demon world passages. Some players even discussed whether they could turn into demons. However, according to the original design of the gods, the passage to the demon world would only be opened if the player's cultivation reached the 7th level. But how long has it been since a player's cultivation reached the 7th level? We have to continue to speed up the leveling speed. With a murmur, Luan Tianxia immediately asked Luan Qianqiu to take him to a small demon world passage to level up for a while. While Luan Tianxia was planning this, Chen Ronghuo had already returned to the God's land with Chang Sunyi and others. Chang Sunyi, the demon world will attack the God's land at the beginning, and there will definitely be strong people attacking. You should also attack and make your name known. After returning to the God's land, Chen Ronghuo immediately ordered Chang Sunyi. Chen Ronghuo estimated that there should be his former subordinates in the God's land, that is, on the God's continent. He asked Chang Sunyi to make his name known in order to attract his former subordinates. The more his men gathered, the less he would have to worry about his actions, and the faster he would level up. Yes. Chang Sunyi immediately took the order and left. The divine land is different from the demon realm. Chen Ronghuo's men are all mortal enemies of the demons, but in the divine land, they have no conflicts with the 10-horned dragon and others. Especially in the current situation where the demons invaded the divine land, if the 10-horned dragon and others knew about Chang Sunyi's move, they would definitely be very happy. After Chang Sunyi left, Chen Ronghuo was not idle either. He immediately deduced a suitable place for leveling up through ancient books, and asked the three brothers Chang Sunping, Huang Taizheng, and Mu Daoran to protect him and rushed there. The place he chose to level up this time was also near a passage to the demon realm. This kind of place, with a large number of demons invading, is currently the most suitable place for him to level up. The most urgent thing is that Chen Ronghuo must first break through to the 8th level. On the way to the destination, Chen Ronghuo opened the chat group of the God of War Alliance and entered it. How could the passage to the demon world be opened so quickly? Has someone already broken through to the 7th level? This is impossible, right? A former god posted a message in the chat group. I also feel that it is impossible. Among us, the one with the fastest growth in strength is the 9 spirits god of law. But the 9 spirits god of law is only at the middle stage of the 6th level at most, right? As for the other people in the God Alliance, there is no news that anyone has made any big moves during this period of time. Something must have changed. Seeing this, Chen Ronghuo's mind moved, and he sent a message, I am indeed only at the middle stage of the 6th level now, but don't forget that except for me, the actions of the all gods kneel at the beginning were no less than mine. In addition, that person's identity is extremely suspicious, and he is the first to disappear from the player level rankings, but it is not impossible that he has broken through to the 7th level. Seeing the message sent by Chen Ronghuo, everyone was stunned. The all gods kneel that always suppressed the level rankings was a thorn in the hearts of almost all the former gods. Now that Chen Ronghuo mentioned all gods kneel, everyone immediately recalled the fear of being dominated by all gods kneel. If all gods kneel is really the person they guessed, and reincarnated with incredible means, then this change in the demon world may really be related to him. Black Wind God at Juling Fa Shen, Lord Juling, then in your opinion, what should we do now? Seeing the message sent by Black Wind God, Chen Ronghuo smiled and said, I suggest contacting everyone as soon as possible to activate the ultimate authority. Activate the ultimate authority? As soon as Chen Ronghuo said this, the chat group suddenly became quiet. In the past, the gods headed by the Lord of Light, the Lord of the ancient underworld, the Lord of Gold, and the Lord of Thunder left themselves various back UPS after reincarnation, hoping to return to the peak, or even to make further progress in cultivation. But in addition to various back UPS, Chen Ronghuo also learned from Niu Dingtian that if they united, they could also open an ultimate authority in this game. Chen Ronghuo also learned not long ago that in the Gods game, 50% of the experience points gained by each player will be intercepted by the various arrangements of the gods. In other words, the experience points gained by the players are actually all the experience points after deduction. When Chen Ronghuo was on the level ranking list, the experience points he gained doubled, but in fact, he only gained all the experience points after killing the demonized creatures. The ultimate authority left by the gods, that is, the ultimate backup, is that they can unite and take out all the experience points intercepted by the gods game, and then divide all those experience points according to the proportion of experience points they each gained after entering the game. Once this happens, the cultivation of these former reincarnated gods will definitely increase greatly in a short time. And Chen Ronghuo is thinking about this part of the experience points. He has 8 major professions, and the experience points that several professions want to upgrade are far beyond ordinary professions. In addition, he is now far beyond the cultivation level of those former reincarnated gods. Once he shares that experience point with them, his cultivation will definitely increase sharply in a short period of time. Originally, he naturally had no chance to gain this experience value. But now that he occupied the player account of dueling fashion, he naturally had this qualification. At this moment, the god of war, who rarely spoke in the chat group, suddenly appeared in the group and replied to Chen Ronghuo, "It is too early to activate the ultimate authority now, and the opening of the channel to the demon world this time is a crisis, but it is also an opportunity. As long as we persist for a while, the benefits we can get in the future will be far greater than now." "I know," Chen Ronghuo said, "but I think we should make plans early. After all, if the god's Neil is really the same person at the beginning, I am afraid that some bad changes will occur in the end." The god of war did not reply again. Others saw the speeches of the god of war and Chen Ronghuo, and did not dare to continue to interrupt. Before reincarnation, the strength of the god of war was undoubtedly the strongest among them. And now, after the last action, the strongest person among them has been replaced by Chen Ronghuo. However, they can understand that Chen Ronghuo wants to activate the ultimate authority as soon as possible. After all, Chen Ronghuo's current level is the most outstanding among all the reincarnated gods. If the ultimate authority is activated at this time, according to the proportion, the experience points obtained by Chen Ronghuo will definitely be far more than theirs. At that time, Chen Ronghuo will use this to break through to the 9th level, or even the 10th level, which is not impossible. It seems that we have to increase our efforts. After closing the chat group, Chen Ronghuo muttered to himself. Ever since he knew that the gods had left him such a heaven-defying backhand, he has been thinking about this huge amount of experience points. 50% of the experience points obtained by all players. You can imagine how huge this amount of experience points is. Even now, if he divides this experience points according to the proportion, it is estimated that he can break through to the 11th level or even the 12th level in one go. Of course, Chen Ronghuo will not be so short-sighted. His proposal just now was really just to put forward his own opinions and lay the groundwork for planning this matter. Just as the god of war said, the opening of the demon realm passage this time, although there are dangers, is also an opportunity for them. As long as they persist for a while, the players participating in this game will definitely be able to store countless experience points for them. At that time, they will divide this experience point, which is obviously much more than the gains from dividing it now. Of course, if some more gods die during this period, it will be even better. This roadmap. At the same time, the Lord of the Dark God Alliance, one of the 10 major forces in the Earth-Star universe, took the roadmap handed over by his subordinates from the hands of Chaos World, and his eyes flashed with brilliance. Although the world of gods has changed, this roadmap may not be useless. The key now is how to find its location left in the chaos, and what changes will occur if it really enters the world of gods, and whether this road map will be a trap. One thought after another flashed through the mind of the Dark God Lord. After a moment, he stood up and began to summon his men, preparing to send the god-level strongmen to Chaos first, trying to find a location in this route map. Then see if it is really possible to enter the world of gods through this route map. Today's world of gods is close to the Earth star universe. And the location marked by Luan Tianxia in the route map is a location in Chaos not far from the world of gods. In other words, they may find that location in a short time when they go to Chaos. Kill. At the border of the Taishu Empire, in the Blood Deer City, a group of players and NPCs gathered together and fought with countless demons rushing out from the depths of the distant mountains. Most of these demons are green-skinned demons, and there are also bone-thorn demons, steel mace demons, etc. All the nearby demons came to the gods' land from a demon world passage deep in the Blood Deer Mountains. Because of the Lord of the Black Demon, a hint of destruction lingers in the blood of all demons. They also enjoy destruction and killing. So as soon as they rushed into the divine land, many demons near the Blood Deer City went straight to the Blood Deer City closest to them and killed them. The Lord of the Blood Deer City hurriedly ordered all the troops of the Blood Deer City to be sent up. He even issued a city defense mission with rich rewards. Not only the players who joined the game at the beginning, but also those who entered the game later, can accept the city defense mission. Of course, the high-level players who entered the game later will get much less rewards after completing the mission than the players who entered first. In addition, each sect near the Blood Deer City also has strong people leading the team, and together with the Blood Deer City and the players, they resist the invasion of the demons. Rumble. In the endless shouting and killing, the deep void of the Blood Deer Mountains shook continuously, and occasionally you could see the sharp sword light and the blue-black demon body, revealing a scale and a claw from a distance. Obviously there were strong people fighting there. Swish. 6 figures flew in from a distance. The leader was Chen Ronghuo. The other 5 were the 3 brothers of Chang Sunping, Mu Dao Ren and Huang Tais Hung. When passing by here, looking at the battlefield below that was as big as a meat grinder, and many extremely excited players, Chen Ronghuo shook his head, holding the sword, and instantly slashed countless sharp sword lights downwards. Swish swish swish. The sword light flew, and in a short time, all the demons below were killed on the spot by Chen Ronghuo, leaving no one. The players who felt that these demons had a lot of experience were furious when they saw this scene. They just raised their heads and looked at Chen Ronghuo and the others, but swallowed their saliva and dared not say anything. Brother. At the edge of the battlefield, a woman with a small face who looked a bit like Chen Ronghuo, gnashed her teeth after seeing Chen Ronghuo in the air. So angry. She was about to kill a 4th-level demon. On the side, a woman in a white dress raised her head, relaxed her eyebrows, and smiled after seeing Chen Ronghuo. Come here, I'll take you to see the big scene. Chen Ronghuo smiled, and in a moment Chen Xiao and Li Shui were already beside him. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Landing 300 years in advance. Author, Xiaoji Depeng. Chapter 644. This is Mr. Huang whom I told you about, this is Mr. Mu, this is. On the flying sword, Chen Ronghuo introduced Huang Tais Hung and others to Chen Xiao and Li Shui one by one. Chen Xiao and Li Shui were surprised to hear Chen Ronghuo's introduction. They didn't expect that the people around Chen Ronghuo were Chen Ronghuo's former subordinates, and they were all strong men above the 10th level. However, they had never seen a strong man above the 10th level, and didn't know what the concept of above the 10th level was. It was just that when Chen Ronghuo took them to fly on the sword and flew to the depths of the Blood Deer Mountains, Chen Xiao couldn't help but say, "Brother, what realm are you in now? Are you a match for the people in there?" Also, we will not drag you down if we are with you. Li Shui, who was standing aside, also looked at Chen Ronghuo worriedly. The battle fluctuations coming from the depths of the Blood Deer Mountains were too terrifying. Even though they were far away, they could feel the terrifying power erupting from it. Don't worry. Chen Ronghuo smiled and touched Chen Xiao's head. Immediately, he had a thought, and he sped up and headed straight for the depths of the Blood Deer Mountains. Standing on the giant flying sword that Chen Ronghuo had enlarged, Chen Xiao and Li Shui only felt that everything around them was blurred in their eyes. It was as if they were as fast as a ray of light at this moment. If they were not also cultivators and could fly in the air, they would have been scared at this time. Boom! Suddenly, just as Chen Ronghuo and his party accelerated to the depths of the Blood Deer Mountains, a huge blue-black demon hand suddenly appeared from the depths of the Blood Deer Mountains, and slapped an old man holding a sword like a ball. The direction in which the old man flew was exactly the direction of Chen Ronghuo and others. However, in the eyes of Chen Xiao and Li Shui, they only saw an extremely huge blue-black hand and a thin black dot, which gradually grew larger and quickly crashed into them and others. Both of them were nervous and showed a look of tension. This level of battle was not something they could participate in. Whoosh! At this moment, a green light broke through the air and turned into a vine. It rolled up the black spot in the air and threw it away lightly. At the same time, it also avoided the continued slapping of the blue-black hand. Is there another person coming? Seeing this scene, the owner of the blue-black hand appeared from the void. He was a green-skinned demon with a height of hundreds of feet, and he was also an 8th level demon. Seeing Chen Ronghuo and others coming, he took down the cultivator who used the knife from his hand. His eyes flashed fiercely, and he immediately turned around and rushed to kill Chen Ronghuo and others. Whoosh! Chen Ronghuo's mind moved, and the flying sword under his feet quickly changed to normal size and was held in his hand. Then he took a step forward, like a flash of lightning, and flew straight to the 8th level green-skinned demon. His level has been raised to level 80, and he is only a little short of breaking through to level 8. This level 8 demon is just right for him to convert into his own experience points. After Chen Ronghuo withdrew his flying sword, Chen Xiao and Li Shui stood in the void under the care of Huang Taizheng and others, without feeling any discomfort. After learning that the two people in front of them were Chen Ronghuo's sister and Chen Ronghuo's wife, Huang Taizheng and others showed great respect to them. Boom! Sensing the speed at which Chen Ronghuo was shooting towards him, the green-skinned demon's face changed, revealing a solemn look, and raised his two big hands at the same time, spreading them out again and again, like a demonized thousand-handed Xuanhuan, slapping forward again and again. Layers of big hands instantly spread throughout the void, laying out countless defenses in front of him. Yin, yin, yin. Just as Chen Ronghuo slashed out with his sword, the sword rang, and at the same time, coupled with Chen Ronghuo's own terrifying power, the defense of the Kingpi demon in front of him was like layers of rags, vulnerable to a single blow, and shattered layer by layer. The Kingpi demon's two colors changed dramatically, and his momentum burst out with all his strength, and he retreated rapidly. But his retreat speed was not as fast as Chen Ronghuo's attack speed. Chen Ronghuo's eyes were as sharp as a sword, and he stepped forward step by step. In a blink of an eye, he arrived in front of the Kingpi demon, slashed out with the sword light was huge, and with a puff, he cut off his head. In the distance, Chen Xiao and Li Shui were stunned. Of course, with their knowledge, they naturally couldn't see what methods Chen Ronghuo had just used. They could only see that Chen Ronghuo rushed out with great momentum, and just as the green-skinned demon clan burst out with an aura that made them extremely frightened, Chen Ronghuo slashed with a sword, and the green-skinned demon clan died on the spot. Plop! The body of the green-skinned demon clan fell to the ground. On the ground, the demonized life that was originally spread all over the Blood Deer Mountains was fleeing frantically. Countless 3rd and 4th level demons that Chen Xiao and Li Shui thought should be difficult to deal with were caught off guard and hit by the body of the green-skinned demon clan. When they were touched by the blood flowing from the severed head, they wailed as their bodies were scrapped, and were completely corroded by the green blood in a short time. Then an unknown amount of green blood flowed out of the body of the 8th level green-skinned demon clan. In a short time, a deep pit like a green lake was corroded on the ground. Chen Xiao and Li Shui were stunned in the void. After a long while, they asked Huang Taizhong beside them, "Mr. Huang, I wonder what realm the cultivator of that demon is at." "That is an 8th level demon. With the current strength of the Lord, there is nothing to worry about even if he faces dozens of 8th level demons." Huang Taizhong thought that the two were worried about Chen Ronghuo, and explained for them. "Is an 8th level demon so powerful? Can it corrode a huge pit larger than a lake on the ground? Then how strong will Huang Taizhong and others who are much higher than the green-skinned demon be?" Chen Xiao and Li Shui looked at each other and were amazed. At this time, Chen Ronghuo had already flashed and flew deeper into the Blood Deer Mountains, where there were more than a dozen 7th and 8th level demons waiting for him to kill. 5 Elements Alliance. As the king of the 5 elements was severely injured by the Bone Saint in the recent battle of Breaking the World, and was then abducted by an unknown strongman, the entire 5 Elements Alliance fell into chaos. And the Demon Realm channel that was fully opened made the 5 Elements Alliance show signs of overall collapse in a short period of time. How could this happen? Some former gods in the 5 Elements Alliance felt confused when they saw countless demons rushing out of the Demon Realm. Ordinary NPCs, especially high-level NPCs, cannot attack players. But the demons are an exception. Even at this stage, some demons with a level of no more than 10 can attack players. Therefore, caught off guard, in a short period of time, dozens of former gods in the 5 Elements Alliance died. This kind of death is real death. Because these gods all log into the game with their real bodies. After realizing that something was wrong, countless players quit the game and began to choose to log in with their game bodies. Outside the Jinqing of the 5 Elements Alliance, countless demons gathered and launched an attack on Jinqing. Jinqing is one of the 5 important cities of the 5 Elements Alliance, with strict defenses, but the number of demons that came to attack Jinqing this time is countless. There are several 13-level strongmen. The demons also know that they will pick on the weak. The Lord of the 5 Elements was accidentally abducted, and a large number of demons gathered and ran to the territory of the 5 Elements Alliance. The fierce battle lasted for tens of millions of miles. The city defenders of Jinqing, led by several strong men of the 5 Elements Alliance, resisted with all their might. But they became more and more tired. Whoosh! At this moment, a beautiful figure came with a sword, like a peerless female fairy. When she approached, she slashed with a sword and rushed to kill a 13-level demon. "Chang Sunyi, you dare to stop us!" Among the demons, a strong man shouted and took Chang Sunyi's attack. Many of Chen Ronghuo's subordinates are famous because of the final battle. Although Chang Sunyi is not a 14th-level strongman, because she and Zhang Ji work together to exert strength that is not inferior to ordinary 14th-level strongmen, the top strongmen in the world of gods are all familiar with her. The demons should be slaughtered. Chang Sunyi spit out 2 words, and then without saying a word, he rushed into the battlefield and fought fiercely with the demons. The blazing sword light flashed in the void, giving people an endless sense of sharpness. It turned out that Chang Sunyi has arrived. She is the subordinate of that one. I wonder if the gods who knelt at the beginning are the reincarnation of that one. Some reincarnated gods in Jinqing changed their faces when they saw Chang Sunyi take action. The demons broke through the realm so long in advance, which made them feel a lot of pressure, but in comparison, the only person who knew about the battle at the beginning and was more afraid of it was Chen Ronghuo. Many gods were discussing in the chat groups of gods. This was the first time they saw Chen Ronghuo's men appear after their reincarnation. At the same time, the players in Jinjinj also spread the news of Chang Sun-Yi's attack through various live broadcast methods. This was the most advanced battle they had seen since entering the game. The terrifying power of the battle almost stunned countless people. Many people knew for the first time that a peak cultivator had such terrifying strength. At the same time, NPCs who also knew Chang Sun-Yi's identity also spread the news of Chang Sun-Yi's attack to various forces through various channels. It can be said that Chang Sun-Yi's attack in Jinjinj this time almost attracted the attention of the whole world. Boom boom boom. The battle in Jinjinj was extremely fierce. Because there were no 14th level strongmen here, as Chang Sun-Yi attacked, the balance of victory began to gradually shift. At a certain moment, as Chang Sun-Yi slashed with a sharp sword, a newly promoted 13th level demon was caught off guard and was severely injured and flew backwards. Boom! Chang Sun-Yi raised his sword and wanted to kill the seriously injured demon on the spot. But at this moment, a big hand suddenly stretched out from the void, and lightly grabbed the demon into the void. Who is it? Chang Sun-Yi's face changed and he quickly stopped. This suddenly appeared strong man had no signs before he attacked, and she didn't even sense any signs. But such a strong man, quietly captured a 13th level demon strongman. Although the demon strongman had been severely injured by her beforehand, this still made her feel incredible and fearful. It's this man again. At the same time, the strongmen of Jinjinj and a group of demon strongmen changed their faces when they saw the big hand sticking out from the void. This strong man who suddenly appeared was the one who had robbed the King of Five Elements during the war between the two worlds. Before, they thought that this strong man was on the side of the demons, but now this strong man, in front of them, robbed a 13th level demon strongman, which made them feel incredible. Some people subconsciously looked at Chang Sun-Yi. I wondered if this strong man who suddenly appeared was related to the forces behind Chang Sun-Yi. Seeing the gazes of the crowd, Chang Sun-Yi frowned. Let's go. At this time, the demon clan strongman who felt that something was wrong gave an order and led many demon clansmen to leave the vicinity of Jinjinj. With Chang Sun-Yi here, plus the strongman who just took action, it gave people an extremely oppressive feeling. It was useless for them to stay here. Everyone, the matter here is over, I will leave first. Seeing the demon clan strongmen leave, Chang Sun-Yi moved his mind and said something to several strongmen in Jinjinj, then he raised his sword and quickly left Jinjinj. She had to report today to Chen Ronghuo. At the same time, her action this time also made her famous. I believe that if the strongmen of Hexi heard about this battle, they would definitely come to find her. It's here. Several strongmen of the Dark Alliance came to the Chaos according to the instructions of the Dark Lord to find the location in the route map given to them by Luan Tianxia. Because the Earth Star universe has begun to merge with the God's universe, the two worlds are almost intersecting. After searching for a while, they found the location without much effort. Several strong men stood in the chaos, and saw a chaotic black hole the size of a fingernail in the void in front of them. This chaotic black hole is the chaotic black hole pointed out by Luan Tianxia. According to Luan Tianxia, through this black hole, you can directly descend to the intersection of the God's world and the Earth Star universe. It will be much easier to force your way into the God's world at that time. Everyone, wait for a moment, I will use my clone to try this chaotic black hole first. A strong man said cautiously. Okay. The other strong men nodded. After the words fell, the strong man who spoke before moved his mind and split a clone, and his figure flashed and rushed into the chaotic black hole in front. Buzz. The void shook, and after his clone flashed, he suddenly felt that his eyes were suddenly opened, and his figure appeared in a vast void. Standing here, at a glance, you can see the Earth Star universe and the two huge spheres transformed by the world of gods. At this time, there were already traces of lightning flashing on the edges of the two huge spheres, as if different laws of power were intertwined and entangled with each other. Can we really go directly to the world of gods through this chaotic black hole? The strong man who sent a clone here was excited. If they can really avoid the rules of the game of gods and go directly to the world of gods, it will be of great significance to them. Because in that case, they can completely let the strong who enter the world of gods find a way to kill all the former reincarnations of gods in the bud. Those former true gods grew too fast. Once they grow up, when the two worlds are completely merged in the future, there will be no place for them at all. Although he also felt that his own strength was greatly suppressed once he came here, this suppression was still within his tolerance. Who dares to trespass here? At this moment, a loud shout like thunder rang out from a distance, accompanied by the sound of arrows breaking through the air. Landing 300 years in advance. Author, Xiaoji Depeng. Chapter 645. The clone of the Earth Star universe looked up and saw four powerful men with extremely vast auras in front of him. One of the powerful men bent his bow and shot an arrow, as if he could shoot out a star field, and it arrived in front of him in the blink of an eye. This is a 14th level powerful man of the same level as the Lord God. The face of the Earth Star universe powerful man changed drastically. He was just a clone here at this time, and his strength was suppressed. He had no time to react at all, and was pierced through the body by an arrow. When he was dying, he just sensed that two of the four strong men in front of him should be 14th level strong men. The remaining two should be 13th level strong men like him. However, in the sense, these two 13th level strong men were much stronger than his original body. Such a thought flashed in his mind, and all the thoughts of his clone were completely annihilated by the arrow of the 14th level strong man. After he died, the four strong men in the distance completely showed up. Looking carefully, the person who just made the move was Wang Chao, a general under Chen Ronghuo. The other three were Zhenqinzan, Ho San, and Meng Tian. Wang Chao, who shot the strong man with an arrow, shook his head and said, "I didn't expect that the people from that universe would come here so soon." Zhenqinzan on the side also nodded, "The world of gods changed before. It is probably the work of the mysterious strong man who came from the chaotic world some time ago. Now the people from that universe have found this place again. It seems that our task will be heavy in the future. During the past 80,000 years, the four of them have been at the intersection of the Earth Star universe and the world of gods. Among them, Zhenqinzan even laid a mysterious formation. Through the power of the rules in the dark, the Earth Star, which originally belonged to the Earth Star universe, and the galaxy where the Earth Star is located, were pulled to this void little by little in a weird way. Now, the distance between the Earth Star and being completely pulled into this intersection is not far away. It is precisely because of this arrangement that Chen Ronghuo has never worried about the great forces in the Earth Star universe finding his Earth Star in the universe. I don't know what happened to the Lord. On the side, Ho San took a deep breath. Meng Tian, holding the war god spear, also sighed. You said that there are two 14th level strongmen and two top 13th level strongmen in the intersection of the two worlds. Not long after, the Dark Lord received the news from his subordinates. Yes. The 13th level strongman who had lost a clone before replied, in addition, at that intersection, the strength of people from our universe will be greatly restricted. I estimate that if my body enters it, my strength will be reduced to the 12th level. As for the extent to which the strength will be suppressed after entering the world of gods, it is still unknown. But the few strong men sitting at the intersection, I don't know whether they have adapted to the situation there, or what, their strength seems to be not restricted at all. Hearing this, the Dark Lord frowned. His strength was suppressed so much at the intersection that if he went there in person, his original 14th level strength would be suppressed to 13th level. It was not impossible. I know. After thinking for a long time, the Dark Lord spoke. Since they alone could not enter there, they could call all the major forces in the Earth Star universe. The North Sea of the Gods continent. Compared with the North Sea at the beginning, The North Sea now looks much more lively than when Chen Ronghuo was in the North Sea because of the arrival of players. On this day, two figures flew all the way from the North Sea to the land. One of the two figures was standing on a black tripod, holding a fat fish in his hand, swallowing it while flying. The other was a young man in his 20s holding a small cocky hill in his hand. "Junior brother, can you not eat like this every day?" The young man holding the small cocky hill looked helpless when he saw the fat young man next to him. The young man holding the small hill was Huang Xiaoshan, the eldest disciple of Chen Ronghuo. As for the fat boy beside him, he was Chen Ronghuo's second disciple, Yu Pang. "I know," Yu Pang said while laughing, "isn't this to see if my cooking skills have declined? If I can meet Chang Sun Yuda this time, I must show my best condition and cook a sumptuous meal for Chang Sun Yuda. I even guess that the reason why Chang Sun Yuda took action this time is very likely the order of our master. Maybe this time, we can meet the master. If we meet the master, we can meet Master Fat Cat. If Master Fat Cat finds that my cooking skills have declined, how can he let me go?" Huang Xiaoshan was speechless immediately after what Yu Pang said. Using Master Fat Cat as a shield is really a perfect reason. However, thinking of what Yu Pang said, it is very likely that he will meet Chen Ronghuo this time. He suddenly looked forward to it. Unlike Yu Pang, he started to learn from Chen Ronghuo when he was a few years old, and his feelings for Chen Ronghuo can be said to be deeper than anyone else. 8th level. In the territory of Taishu Empire, Chen Ronghuo took Chen Xiao and Li Shui to travel through several demon world passages, and finally raised his cultivation from the 7th level to the 8th level. Although Chen Ronghuo is only at the beginning of the 8th level now, his strength has increased significantly again after breaking through the 8th level. At this time, even most 9th level practitioners would not be Chen Ronghuo's opponents. Chen Ronghuo was quite satisfied with the speed of his cultivation. But he knew that he must not slack off at all. Before things are finally determined, countless changes may occur. So after breaking through to the 8th level, he did not stop and immediately rushed to another nearby demon world passage. At the same time, this time he was accompanied by Chang Sunyi. After completing the task, Chang Sunyi did not hide his general direction and returned directly to Chen Ronghuo. "Escape? Let me see where you escape to." Suddenly, when Chen Ronghuo was halfway through the road, he suddenly saw two figures in the distance, one in front and one behind, flying through the void. The two figures were very fast. Although their speed was nothing to Chen Ronghuo could tell at a glance that one of them was a 5th level cultivator and the other was a 6th level peak cultivator. But the most important thing was that he knew the 5th level cultivator. It was Zhang Tian, the abandoned child of Fengshen sect who pretended to be Su Shang of Tianfeng sword. After Chen Ronghuo found out the NPC attributes in Zhang Tian's body, he gave him a landing crystal that he had separated out, and said that if he performed well in the future, he could accept him as a registered disciple. Today, it seems that Zhang Tian was able to break through from the 4th level to the 5th level in such a short time, and even reached the middle stage of the 5th level, which is indeed quite good. Whoosh! Thinking of this, Chen Ronghuo's mind moved, and he immediately changed direction. After flashing in the void, he came to the front of Zhang Tian and the other 6th level cultivator who were chasing and fleeing, and landed. Whoosh! Zhang Tian and the cultivator who was chasing him flew through the void. Suddenly, they felt a blur in front of their eyes. When they found that there were several cultivators blocking their way, they were shocked and stopped in a hurry. "Sir." After recognizing Chen Ronghuo, Zhang Tian was happy at first. But then, his face changed and he said anxiously, "Sir, this is Yu Jinjian, the hall master of Fengshen sect, who has the peak cultivation of the 6th level." He knew that Chen Ronghuo was powerful. But he didn't know whether Chen Ronghuo could deal with Yu Jinjian, and whether he would deal with Yu Jinjian for himself, so he told him about Yu Jinjian's cultivation first. Chen Ronghuo helped him a lot. If it weren't for Chen Ronghuo, he wouldn't have been able to break through to the middle stage of the 5th level so quickly. So he didn't want his own affairs to implicate Chen Ronghuo. Why, are you together? Hearing Zhang Tian's words, Yu Jinjian glanced at Chen Ronghuo and his group with a gloomy face. Chen Ronghuo's group, there were 9 people. It also made him quite afraid. Especially when he used the power of his soul to scan Chen Ronghuo and his group, he found that he could not see through any of them, which made him look even more solemn. At this time, Chen Ronghuo heard Zhang Tian's words and smiled slightly. The reason why he said that to Zhang Tian was that he felt that Zhang Tian's character was okay, and coupled with the identification of the ancient book, that's why he said that. Now it seems that the experience during this period of time has not changed Zhang Tian's character. Thinking of this in his heart, he immediately took action and killed Yu Jinjian directly. For him, this was just a matter of convenience. Boom! Suddenly, just when Chen Ronghuo was about to take action, a loud noise suddenly came from a distance, and then he saw a demon with black barbs all over his body and a demon with a single horn on his head, striding in the void, and actually rushed straight to Chen Ronghuo and his group. Chen Ronghuo was alarmed and frowned at the same time. The auras emanating from these 2 demons were extremely terrifying. After sensing, they were both 13th level demons. But what really made Chen Ronghuo frown was that 2 13th level demons were attacking, and his ancient book should have warned him. But for some reason, this time the ancient book did not move at all. He was accompanied by Chang Xunyi. But with Chang Xunyi's strength, he could only block a 13th level strongman. Facing 2 13th level demons, he would definitely not be an opponent. Could it be that the ancient book knew that I could use the white jade shuttle ruler to escape, so it did not warn me? Chen Ronghuo was confused again, but he did not hesitate. He immediately took a group of people and used the white jade shuttle ruler to leave here. At this time, Zhang Tian and Yu Jinjian, who saw the 2 powerful demons attacking from a distance, had already stood still and dared not move at all. The demons that could emit such momentum were not something they could deal with at all. They all thought it was bad luck, wondering how 2 powerful demons could come here. How dare you? Suddenly, just when Chen Ronghuo was about to use the white jade shuttle ruler to leave here, 2 young men suddenly came from the void in the distance. These 2 young men, one standing on a black cauldron, and the other holding a yellowish-brown hill, all looked very imposing. Huang Xiaoshan, Yu Dupang. Seeing these 2 people, the 2 demons who had been rushing here with great momentum paused slightly, and their momentum became less strong. They had all heard of these 2 disciples of Chen Ronghuo. It turns out they are here. At the same time, after seeing 2 figures coming from the void in the distance, Chen Ronghuo finally relaxed his heart. These 2 people were naturally the 2 disciples he had accepted. Huang Xiaoshan and Yu Dupang are both 12th level cultivators. But when the 2 of them join forces to fight against a 13th level powerhouse, there will be absolutely no problem. Together with Zhang Xunyi, it is enough to deal with 2 13th level demons. And with Zhang Sunping and others guarding him, he doesn't need to be afraid of the aftermath of their battle. Yin. Seeing Huang Xiaoshan and Yu Dupang, Chang Sun's eyes lit up, and he immediately rushed out, raised his sword and killed the demon with barbs all over his body. Huang Xiaoshan and Yu Dupang, on the other hand, killed the golden horned demon with a thought. Boom boom boom. A great battle is taking place in the void. Chang Xunyi's strength can be regarded as the top among 13th level cultivators. It didn't take long for the demon with barbs on his body to fight against him, and he fell into a disadvantage. In addition, there were the 3 brothers Zhang Sunping standing next to Chen Ronghuo, staring eagerly at the battlefield. The 2 13th level demons did not dare to fight for a long time. They only fought with Zhang Sun and the others for a while, and then left in embarrassment. Come. It's finally over. When the battle was over, Jiang Tian and Yu Jinjian breathed a sigh of relief. The battle just now made both of them feel frightened. After heaving a sigh of relief, Yu Jinjian, who had previously asked Chen Ronghuo and his group if they were with Jiang Tian, changed his expression quickly. He couldn't imagine how Jiang Tian could know such a group of people. The strength of the woman who just rushed out from these people was beyond his imagination. Whoosh whoosh whoosh. Just as they were thinking this, Zhang Xunyi, Huang Xiaoshan, and Big Fatty Fish all turned into a stream of light and landed in front of Chen Ronghuo. Sir, those two demons are not weak. With my strength, it is difficult to keep them here. Looking at Chen Ronghuo, Zhang Xunyi said with shame. Grown-ups. Jiang Tian in the distance was surprised and shocked when he heard Chang Sun's address to Chen Ronghuo. Only then did he realize how noble Chen Ronghuo was, who had given him an incredible blessing. Disciple has met master. At the same time, Huang Xiaoshan and Yu Dupang bowed together and gave a deep salute to Chen Ronghuo. Are these two people your disciples? After seeing the actions of Huang Xiaoshan and Yu Dupang, Jiang Tian's heart was shocked to the extreme. At the beginning, he was still confused as to why Chen Ronghuo said it would depend on his performance before accepting him as his disciple. He used to think that his talent was quite good. But at this time, all the pride in his heart had completely disappeared. These two big figures that he looked up to were both disciples of Chen Ronghui. What could a small person like him be proud of?